Hmm? All that. What's my thing is? My microphone's in hot. What you doing? Okay. I got you on mute. No.
Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
All right, y'all. 2 minutes after that, you guys are locked into your favorite evening ride. It's your boy, Joe Lockett. How y'all doing? Everybody good? It's hump day. It's Wednesday. Y'all already know what time it is. We're in the building on the Joe Lockett Show on the Joe Lockett Network. Welcome into the show. We got way too much tenor in there. Way too much. All right, guys. What's going on? Sweetheart? I'm glad you guys locked into the show. Go ahead and hit the like button. Let's go. We got a lot to get into today. I don't know where this list came from, but people have been sending me this doggone list all day. I don't know why the list went viral, but people restaurant list that I guess a group of women on Facebook has put together. Also, Tyrese is in the news. He's going back after his ex-wife said that she's lying. We're going to get into that in a little while. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know. Hey, how's it going? I want to know when your man or your girl comes into the room or comes into the house and say, we need to talk. What are your thoughts? We need to talk. How do you handle those conversations? Do you avoid them? I want to talk about that on the Joe Lockett Show today. Also, there's something else I want to get into today about exes. Because a lot of people say they don't want their ex back. Let's see what I got on here. Hey, sweetness, how's it going? Yeah, that list is bogus. A angry maid clap back at the list.
Hold on.
Hey,
you didn't even go introduce me back? Huh? You didn't even introduce me back?
Oh, you back?
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, what's up, man?
Wow. I see how you giving it up.
I didn't realize you was over there, man.
I didn't realize that's how petty we finna be today on a Wednesday.
You back? You know, I held it down yesterday. Hey, Sherry, how's it going?
Okay.
Hey, Erica B, how's it going?
I see what time you on.
My first thought is blah, blah, blah. So there's a list that's going around on social media. We got a lot of things to get into on the hump day. Denise says she's going to try to get here today, so hopefully we can get Yams in the building. But
shout out to Miss Denise.
Yes, Miss Denise, the one and only, the beautiful Denise Courier. But this list, ladies, I need to hear y'all opinions on this list. Because people sent me this list. I got this list like 4 o'clock this morning. I got it like 7 o'clock. I got people sent me this list about 10 to 15 people sent me this list today. Right?
I got it about like 3 different times.
You know, and I love y'all because people keeping us in the know on the show. And so I guess they want to talk about this list today. So there's a list on social media, nephew, that it's saying that a group of women on Facebook got together of saying the restaurants that they wouldn't go to. And I guess it's because of the viral video that went viral about the lady said she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. And we did that show last week. So now there's a list of restaurants that women saying that you should not go on the first date.
Yeah. And it's a hot topic, at least for the younger crowd.
Someone said, what station is this on? This is Joe Lockett Network, ma'am. I used to be on radio.
Say what station?
You're Joe Lockett Network. We're all over the internet right now. I am no longer on radio as of the beginning of this month. I did radio for 10 years and I didn't sign another contract. I am now live 5 days a week on my own network right here on the Joe Lockett Show in my own studio. Hey Rachel, how's it going? Towns, how you doing? Erica B, how you doing? Some of the places I wouldn't go, but other places are fine. There are not all restaurants. Yeah, it's a couple things on there. Do you have that list pulled up, nephew?
Yeah, I got the list pulled up.
Okay, so let's go through the list.
Okay. First off, you know they were being petty because Cheesecake Factory is number 1.
Okay, Cheesecake Factory. Okay, so the people said they're not gonna go to the Cheesecake.
Not gonna go to the Cheesecake Factory. Okay. Number 2 is Applebee's.
Okay.
Number 3 is Chili's.
Okay.
Because if you go to Applebee's, you got to go to Chili's.
Okay.
Chipotle is 4th. And rounding out the top 5 is Olive Garden.
Okay, so out of the top 5, I don't understand what's wrong with the top 5.
I don't either, because I'm going to be honest with you.
On the first date.
Those are my go-tos, man. I'm getting that off.
But here's the thing. I'm not even trying to be cheap. I'm just saying, for a first date, right? What's wrong with those top 5?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I told another girl, because I talked to a few girls about this.
Okay.
And I was like, bro, is this true? For real? Some of them was like, absolutely not. Others was like, I can see how it could be true. And then the others was like, yeah. Yeah, it's true. You do this? I got shamed about one.
Okay, so I guess I'm puzzled by these women, because when I'm in these fine establishments that I do eat at sometimes, not frequently, but sometimes.
Okay.
I don't see none of these women in there.
What you mean?
These women that say they go to these fine dining restaurants, bro. I don't see these women that saying that they won't go to these places.
Not in them places.
I see those women in Chili's, in Applebee's. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you caught them when they accepted it, and now they trying.
This is what I'm taking from the women that don't want these restaurants. They saying, take me someplace that I can't take myself.
Take me someplace that I can't take myself.
Yes, because they're gonna do the Applebee's 2 for $25. They're gonna do the Chili's thing, right? So they can do that themselves with their friends on a Friday night or on a Wednesday night. They can go do that themselves. So they saying, if I'm going on a date, wait, with you, take me to somewhere I can't take myself.
But it's the first date.
And I guess this is for me. Is why would I want to take you somewhere that extravagant to try to impress you on the first date? And y'all have heard me say this many a times. I don't know if I like you like that yet.
I'm with you. Just like, hold up, because we got to get down on the rest of this list, because the rest of the list is going petty. Not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so the first 5, you and I agree that it's not a bad place to go for.
It's not that bad. Okay. First 5 is not that bad.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 6, the movies.
People still go to the movies?
Yeah, don't take them to the movies. Apparently.
When did not going to the movies?
I don't know. On first date, they used to. That's the old school go to right there.
Yeah,
take it to the movies. See the shit.
You gonna spend $100?
Yeah, you ain't gonna spend. Well, depending on what movie you go to.
Okay, well, go ahead.
So what movie you go to? Next up, and I do feel this one. Number 7, I can totally agree with. Your House.
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's a wild. Hey man, she a freak and you a freak too.
I don't even know why that was on the list. Talking about, I don't know what dude want to take a girl back to his house on the first date.
And you see, I asked the same question, but I asked a female, has that ever happened to her? She said about 3 times.
Yes, some guys, want to just take girls straight back to the house.
I was like, is that how you was presenting yourself? Just the house girl? And she was like, no, that's just they go to. And I was like, wow. And I heard a few dudes. Yeah, I'll take it.
So y'all saying y'all can't go, y'all can't talk in the movie. You can talk in the movie. You can talk in the movie.
Yeah. What you mean? Hold up.
You enjoy a good movie, then it gives you something to really talk about.
That's the movie and then date. You take it to Applebee's. You take it to the movie? All right, baby girl, we go to Applebee's right down the road.
Or you go to Applebee's first and then the movie afterwards.
Well, she's saying she needs to talk to me. I use the movie afterwards.
Okay, go ahead.
We had a conversation.
Okay, Jasmine, hey, let us get through this list and I'll bring you guys into the show. I see a lot of people want to get into the show.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Number 8, any fast food chain. To a degree, I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Any fast food chain, come on now, there ain't no date. We just going to get some food. Take it back to the house. Buffalo Wild Wings hit the number 9, and Wingstop is number 10.
I know they capping on that one, there, bro.
Buffalo Wild Wings,
but that's nice first day. We're getting different flavor wings,
especially if it's like a Saturday.
Man, if you date,
I'm a football dude.
If you dating a black woman, tell me what black woman wants some wings. Why black woman wants some wings?
Yeah, I know y'all like
flavor wings.
Yeah, I know y'all like cheese.
Bruh, because when you're dating them and you mess around and then down there we ain't have it. Bring me back a 10-piece lemon pepper, extra loaded fries. Come on, man, stop it.
I'm with you. Like,
so
that's the top 10 right there.
So right now, the only one I see is The House is Out.
The House is out.
I definitely agree. Don't take a girl to the house on the first date.
fast food chains and Wingstop.
Okay, so Wingstop is still good. I'm gonna say Wingstop is still good.
Wingstop still good?
For a first date?
First date? Nah, I ain't taking no Wingstop. We'll disagree on that one.
Wingstop?
Because I'm surprised it's not included in fast food chain. Wingstop.
I think Wingstop is cool.
Wingstop straight,
but you can get a good conversation going on with some lemon pepper wings, and a kiki poo.
What? Hold on, no. You mixing up Wingstop with something else. This is the Rick Rock chain, the Rick Ross restaurant with the green and the white.
Well, I ain't never been there.
Oh yeah, man, it's skippable. I ain't gonna take that for the first date. Okay. Take that L. Number 11.
Okay.
Red Lobster.
You can't take
the girl to Red Lobster. It's crazy.
Wait a minute. Red Lobster? You can't go to Red Lobster?
Red Lobster in Olive Garden is like, oh, you like seafood? All right, baby girl, I'm taking the Red Lobster. Oh, you like Italian? Let's go to Olive Garden.
What is wrong with Red Lobster? But Red Lobster got some good food.
It do. I'm gonna be honest with you though. I never ate them.
I've eaten there a couple of times. I mean, Red Lobster food is good.
Word?
Yeah,
I just know about the biscuits, the little biscuits.
Red Lobster is fine, bro. Yeah, I ain't got that wrong with Red Lobster.
And they said a buffet, but I'm guessing any buffet.
I'm with them on the buffet.
I'm with them on that too.
I don't go to buffet by myself. I don't eat enough, number one, and I don't like everybody picking over my food. So I wouldn't take somebody somewhere I don't want to go. So buffets is definitely out.
All right, 13. IHOP. Not gonna lie to you, my ex. That was the first one I did. I don't know. I guess I took an L.
Hold up. I done been to clubs, and after the club, right? Ain't even a date. Where you going? Waffle House or IHOP?
Waffle House or IHOP? I'm with you. Look, I'm so serious. My very first date was IHOP.
Okay. Well, I don't think IHOP is a bad first date. And I'm gonna say this for IHOP. Depending on the age range, I think you're good for IHOP.
Okay.
I'm gonna say for my age range, IHOP wouldn't look that good if I'm going on a first date with somebody.
Word?
For my age range, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's appropriate, but the women, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be fair to the woman. I don't think no woman that's going on a date with me want to say, "Where we going on a date?" We going on IHOP.
You said that's gonna sound like a smooth old man move. Come on, baby girl.
That ain't gonna work. We going out. That ain't gonna work. Nah.
Yeah, that don't roll off the tongue.
Hold on. D, get off my feet. D, you fired. D Johnson is now fired. She's banning her. She is now banned, bro. Okay, she's banned from the Joe Lockett. Let me tell you
what she saying.
How is sexy behind talking about IHOP is nasty?
What? IHOP nasty, D?
Really?
IHOP nasty? I mean, the next one on the list I can agree with because I fully agree with that. I never had a good time going to Denny's. Never had a good time going to Denny's. I wouldn't do that to my first girl.
Denny's back in the 90s in Japan was good, but Denny's here in America now.
Denny's is, bro.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Hold on. You gonna hate this one. Number 15 is Fitty. She said, first date, but not be to the gym. Hey, baby girl, let me take you to the gym on the first date.
It just depends
on to a degree, I agree with it though.
But it just depends on the person. Because I've been, I don't know if it was considered a first date, but the first time I saw them, we worked out together.
That don't count. Well,
how you gonna go on a date then at the gym?
I don't know. I guess some dudes do that.
You know,
but I would take that a certain type of way if I was the girl, though. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Well, I can be honest. I've dated some women, and the first time I ever met them, we went to the gym together.
Went to the gym together.
Yeah, we went to the gym together.
That don't really count as a date, though, do it?
I don't know. It was the first time I saw them.
Okay. Next after that, don't take her to church on your first date.
Oh, hell no. Definitely not the church.
Don't take her to meet Jesus.
Definitely not the church.
Hey, Mr. Meese.
Yams is in the building. Go ahead.
Next up, Starbucks or any coffee dates. That's 17 to 18 right now.
Okay, so that's for me. I think a coffee date is fine.
I'm with both of those.
Yeah, but I'm saying a coffee date is fine. I don't know about your age range because the younger folks may not drink coffee, but
yes, they do. No, they drink coffee.
No, I'm thinking women in their 25 years old, bro,
are drinking coffee.
They don't want to go on no date with you to a coffee place where 25. a woman with my age want to. See, you old. You got an old soul. You got an old soul.
No, that's an old.
You got an old soul. That ain't too many women. That ain't too many women gonna get dressed up, bro, and want to go to Starbucks at 25 years old.
First off, that's wild. On the first date, you getting dressed
Somebody
up.
said,
Why
why not church? Why not King Gaming? Why not church?
Because she don't want to listen. She is not no one than Christ on the first date.
You don't take a woman to your mama or your church on no first date. Okay, those are places you just don't go. No, you don't take the one for the first date. No,
people in church ain't doing that.
Nah.
Hey, let's go catch the second Sunday night service.
I'm gonna tell you, you want to, bro. It's so much anyway. So we what number we at now?
We are at number 19. Ice cream dates. That's wild.
Ice cream date.
I pulled off a mean ice cream, man.
What's wrong with ice cream date?
I don't know. I pulled off a real mean ice cream date. It was a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
They had Defy ice cream, all types of flavors.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever happened. I never did this before, yeah. It worked.
Yeah. I love the Lord too, but I want to love the Lord with a new date. You know what I'm saying?
I won't take it back. So you pulling off ice cream date though?
Yeah, I'm cool with ice cream date.
That's not no age line.
No. I think ice cream because if it's summertime, bro, you know what I'm saying? She got on some nice shorts. You got on your tight clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, y'all going down the date.
You already sweating.
Yeah.
Go ahead, cool off, baby girl.
Yeah, you're gonna sit down. You can meet her for the first time. Meet at ice cream shop. I'm saying I don't know why that's off the list. Okay,
but I'm lactose intolerant, so they can go 2 ways. I can go 2 ways.
Oh Lord.
All right, next one. I fully agree with the girls on this list.
What?
You wild for this?
What?
Family functions. That's a lot of dudes get that off as the first date,
and
bro.
I'm with you.
That's lazy.
That is lazy.
That's super lazy.
I agree. Don't bring a girl to a family function.
Yeah, bro.
But that can go. But no. I can't let you get away with that.
Why?
It depends on the girl you're dating, bro.
All these depend on the girl you're dating. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
No. But if you got to think about it now, if you date Nene, she gonna be cool and fit right into the family function. If you dated Jada Pinkett in her earlier days, she's gonna be okay, and she's gonna be okay. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You date the boys when back in the boys in the hood type girl.
Yeah.
If you date her, bro, she gonna fit right in at the family function.
Hey, mister, you look nice today.
Thank you. I was trying to find your daddy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Come in with this already.
Also, all right, what's next on the list?
Turn her mic off till she get her mic situated.
Yeah, sorry,
All right, y'all. So what's next on the list? To say let's go to church.
Next on the list is.
Are y'all talking about that ignorant list?
Yes. We on some ignorant time. Next on the list is movie night. Anything that includes Netflix, Hulu, or etc. So you can't get the Disney Plus off.
Yeah, I don't think Netflix and chill is. I think that's a horrible first date.
It is.
I think you being. I think that's lazy. I don't think you should never take a girl on the first date on Netflix and chill. No.
The next one, 22. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Do not do that on the first date.
Yeah, because that could look kind of stalkerish. Yeah,
it is. I'm gonna say
that looks kind of not stalkerish, but kind of kidnappish. So no, don't take it.
Yeah. She's gonna click the little cup when y'all sit down.
Make sure you have your location on your phone.
Oh yeah, always have your location on.
Shows and movies is a no. Okay, so
movies the absolute no on the first date.
Y'all.
Only because in a movie you can't talk. You can't.
That's what they just said.
That's what they said.
Your first date, you're communicating, you're collecting data. How are you communicating, collecting data?
Because
on the first date?
We might find something to talk about from the movie. A lot of y'all don't be talking.
Okay, in the movie, you're sitting there with somebody for like max 2 hours. So we looking at the movie.
Yeah.
It's not the first date.
Yeah.
No, it's not the first date. Keep going.
What if it's the movie you really want to catch?
Well, you can catch that thing on your own. Or you can wait till at least the third date, maybe. You know, that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a first date option.
No, it's just not a first date.
Okay. Next up, 23, bowling. Do not take up bowling on the first
Unless
date.
we finna go.
Unless we finna
I think that's.
And pool as well.
But I think going bowling is okay on the
I
first
think
date.
it's okay.
I don't think that's a bad thing to do.
Man, I'm doing that
But
too.
But see, here's the thing. It's these pretty women that got their nails done, their hair done, and they don't want to break their nails. So you got to be careful. Like I said, you got to be careful who you date because some girls
we
okay
can go
with
to the
both.
bowling alley and we can go shoot pool.
Yeah.
We gonna put a wave.
It's the way you get around it.
Yeah. Because whoever made that list, they got to be 25.
Whoever made
27
that
years.
list is gonna be lonely for the rest of their life.
Oh wow.
I mean, what's
Two of these I do agree with. This coming up though.
What?
24 is nightclub and 25 is hookah bar.
No.
You don't agree with that?
no.
Oh, you agree on it?
I wouldn't go to a hookah bar anyway because I don't smoke.
It's nasty. All
Yeah.
y'all filthy, nasty creatures.
But let me say this though. Okay.
First of all, that's not nasty.
It is.
Y'all
No,
sharing the
it's not.
same
For a minute.
thing.
Well, for some, I mean, I don't smoke anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
but hookah is not good.
I
Uh-uh.
haven't even.
Yeah, but anyway, to each his own. Like I said, it just depends on the person. Because I'm gonna tell you what turns me off with a woman, right? And this is a huge turn off for me. You know, not everything. Everything will turn me off. It's a few things that turn me off, but this is for me a woman smoking.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, smoking?
A woman that
I'm a
smokes.
female, and I don't like
A
to
woman
see-
that smokes,
I don't like
man,
to see what's-
is a turn off
It is.
for me.
For some dudes, I can see
But
that.
here's the crazy part: my first wife was a smoker.
Word?
Most women in Japan smoke.
What?
Yeah, most women in Japan smoke. My first wife was a smoker, and I loved her to death. But you know, it's because I loved her. I looked past it. But one thing I can say that we had an agreement on, you know, because I don't smoke and I didn't like it. She would smoke by the window. She would smoke outside, and before she came around me, she would always go brush her teeth. Always.
But
Oh,
you
this
know
was up.
something?
Yeah.
I dated someone. He was a smoker, and I'm like you. I really like him.
Mhm.
Everything else was okay.
Yeah.
Well, for that moment. But he was a smoker, and it's like he would get in my pores. And he wouldn't do it around me, but
Right.
it was when I hugged him, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I was so sensitive toward it, and it makes me sick anyway.
Right.
Like the cigarette,
Right.
Yeah, I get sick from that too.
I
Right.
get really sick.
Right. Because I had a woman that I had talked to one time, and she was into cigars, and we could not get along. We couldn't get along because
Cigar.
her cigar was a hobby thing for her, and you know, it was her thing, and it wasn't mine. So we just didn't buy because of that, because she was doing it. So it wasn't just a recreational; it was something that she really got into.
That's
So-
like a hobby.
So for me, it was like it was a huge no.
So yeah, I lied because I had.
Wait a
Say
second.
what?
I lied.
Not about what
I do smoke.
I know.
Cigars.
I've seen. I know
but
that.
no, you've never seen me smoke a cigar.
You told me about it.
I never
Yeah,
seen
but
you.
you've never
Okay.
seen it.
Oh, okay.
And that's because I don't do it often, but I've been doing it since 2007.
Uh-huh.
So,
So
you
now-
ain't new to this. You true to this.
Right. So, now everybody smokes a cigar. I'm
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
So I will not smoke any cigar that even when I want to taste it, like right there. No,
Uh-huh.
I go home. I do everything at my home. No one's going to see me smoke my cigar. But it's very rare. Like I haven't smoked a cigar any this year.
And again, to each his own when it comes to it. But like I said, for me, I'm just not a smoker, so it's not something that I'm attracted to. So that would be a turn off for me.
I got three.
Unless I'm already in love with you.
The 3 ones left.
Okay.
We had 20, 60, 28.
Okay.
2 of these I disagree with. 26, any bar for just drinks. So
I disagree with that now.
like that's what I'm with too. Because I'm like, hold on, you know how
That's
smooth
like
that
saying,
is?
Let's go have a drink.
Uh-huh.
Same as let's go have a cup of coffee. It's because I'm not a coffee drinker,
Right.
but I'm a tequila drinker.
Right.
So one little drink, I don't think that's an issue.
I ain't a coffee drinker, but Starbucks got some lemonade up there. I'll sip with you. Yes, fire. Fire
You know-
lemonade.
This one that opened up right over there.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. But
I'm gonna need you, if
yeah.
you ever go get some, I'm gonna need you to put my information in there because I can get my Sky Miles to keep on.
I'm good with you, EB. I'm good. I'm good with a bar too. I'm good to go to a bar.
The one after that is Waffle House. Depending on how y'all like the club, 2 of these can be even real. Right there.
I'm a bit unagreed. I don't think that IHOP and a Waffle House is a place for a first date. It's not. It's
Well,
How you
but,
pick
but if you go to a breakfast
How you
date,
pick
That's
it?
what I was
if
gonna
it was a
say.
breakfast date,
Because if
I
it's
think it's appropriate.
breakfast, if I say, hey,
I
why
think
don't
it's
we meet for
appropriate.
breakfast?
Yeah.
Waffle House.
Dirty Hendrix Martini with
and we
blue
can put on
cheese.
there the Cracker Barrel.
The blue cheese.
Yeah,
olives.
Cracker Barrel.
That's
But Cracker Barrel cool. They can put that on the
blue cheese
list.
olive is nasty.
IHOP is the no.
Yeah, so I'm with that one.
And the last one was sporting events, by the way.
Not first date.
Sporting events, they can't take you on that.
No,
So-
not a first date. We're talking about
Okay,
first
hold
date.
up, stop.
What's wrong with sporting events?
So what you trying to tell me, Denise? If I got tickets to the Lakers game, floor seats,
That ain't
for
a
the first day,
first
you
date.
ain't going. You won't go.
That
What
ain't
I
a
said
smooth
is
first
what
date.
I said. Man.
What? Oh, I'm calling Cal.
I'm not saying this. We're talking
Call
about
the cab.
First
Date.
date, and I happen to have tickets to the
Okay,
front row
let's
seat-
go back to a
court
movie.
seats.
Let's go back to a movie
Okay.
because we're looking at entertainment.
Right.
We don't have, okay, that's the same as a movie. That's
No,
that's
no,
not.
it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
The only difference is you
Front
can
row
get
court-
of course, it's the
Courtside
same thing.
seats.
Y'all ain't getting what I'm trying to say. So.
Okay. Go ahead.
You gonna dump them anyway, so you might want to go see the Lakers game. I'm just saying. You
Don't do
gonna
that
dump-
to Miss Denise.
You gonna dump them anyway, so you might want to sit on the front row and say, "Hey, LeBron James," at least once, and let him pay for it. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I can understand the move, but courtside seats, come on.
Is that more of an age gap thing, or you just
No.
don't think? Period.
As I was saying, y'all just came on. I'm not saying that.
You can talk at a game.
Okay, how do you like your breakfast in the morning? Oh my God,
You
no,
ain't
you're
talking.
the game.
You ain't talking like that at the game.
No.
Not usually right there by each other though.
No, you're right there by each other, but it's loud.
Yeah.
Let's clear that up now. You know it's loud.
Yeah.
So it's no, maybe the second or third. We're talking about the first
Let's talk
date.
the first date. If I got
First
some,
date,
where
I
will see
feel
you
that
after
it
this.
should be. And we can afterward. Hey, I'm going to a game. You know, meet me at such for a drink. But
Okay.
for a first date, I wouldn't want to do that because it's still you're looking at something. Your attention should be on the game. So how would you? I mean, we're sitting there and it's cool, but the first date,
Yeah.
second, third, fourth,
So
not
so
the
you
first date.
you think it should be, if that's gonna be a first date option,
y'all-
it should be
This is
something
why
else to
some of
set the
y'all
tone.
like, but this is
Yeah,
why
like,
some of
even
be
if
single.
we let's
Really?
say we go and have some drinks before the game, or we do something to where we can communicate.
I see what you're
But
talking
just to meet there at the game and we going in, we're looking at the game.
Okay, so
about. Okay, I can see
I
it.
know this for a fact about you. You go on a date, the conversation is whack, you out of there. So what I'm saying is you ain't gonna
Dog,
to talk
for real?
anyway.
Well, I'm not out of there like, hey, nice to meet you. It's can I get the ticket, please?
Wow,
It's the
that
same
feel
thing.
worse.
It's the
That
same
feel
thing.
way worse.
So what I'm saying is, right? So what I'm saying is the date will prolong, especially with you, if y'all at the Lakers game.
Well,
crazy.
you're right. It would prolong because I ain't even paying attention to this food. I am strictly watching the game.
Exactly.
So if he wants to keep my attention, especially if you talking
He's
about
not trying to keep your
Hold on.
attention, he's impressing you.
Well, don't, because what I'm looking at is the men in shorts. So what he needs to do
That's
is,
good.
yeah, that's great. Like I said,
You don't want me
meet-
to take you home when I ain't gotta take you home.
I got a few folks on Facebook getting mad I ain't reading their stuff. So
Read this
these
stuff
out. Jay Marie says, do they even qualify for the type of money to be paid on them? What
Thank
makes
you.
them qualified?
Thank you.
Golly.
So
I'm with Jay.
I'm kind of with that too. But again, first date should be basic. And I feel it should be basic so you can know what type of female you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Because if you take them on, courtside seats, first thing is, oh, she's off the top, gonna think about some things that she wants.
Uh-huh.
So, sorry, babe.
Miss Harris said, she put a lot in here. She was answering everything. Miss Harris said, I prefer Waffle House over IHOP, Cracker Barrel over Denny's, and beverage dates are perfect. Smoothie juice or a juice bar, coffee, happy hour, all that cool.
Uh-huh.
And then she said at the end, look, I love long distance dates. Oh.
When she say that, what does she mean by long distance?
Yeah, Miss
Are
Harris, what you
saying-
mean by
Are
long
you talking about
distance?
being in different cities? Or
That
you
is
talking about-
amazingly great.
Or traveling. I
Or
guess she mean traveling.
I
long
love
distance.
those. I love those.
I don't think you.
I
Oh,
love
some of the long
them.
distance dates.
Yeah.
Oh, I love long distance. I love long distance too. I'm good with
I
that.
love it. Yeah, that's what we're like.
Yeah, I'm good with long
Yeah, I
distance.
love long
You
distance.
ain't got to see me. I ain't got to see you.
Exactly.
All
I dated this guy once, and he was 6 minutes from my house. That was the worst. I'm like, how did I do that? You were literally 6 minutes from my driveway to That was so disrespectful.
Hold on. Y'all seen the counter response to the list? I saved this one in the
I
top.
did.
What's that?
Y'all didn't see the
Because
counter
I was
response?
like, okay, who wrote this list? First of all,
You know something? Well, what I'm gonna do after the show, we're gonna write our own list.
I'm with that.
We're gonna write our own list, right? On places that we don't want to go with the female.
Okay,
Wait,
so
I'll
when
ask you
you're
this
saying
time.
that, is it first date or
First date.
First date.
First date.
Hold on. Since women talk about places we can't take them, how about we start telling them certain things that they can't say or certain things they can't wear on the first date? How about that?
Oh, that's amazing. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? We come up with a list.
You know what? On
on
that list, though, what I did not see, I think it was she said his place.
Yeah.
She never said hers.
But you
never-
but I think that
She
I think
said
that-
hers.
She
did.
Said,
But you ain't going to her house on the first date.
well, hold up now. Who to
That
say that?
depends.
For
It
me,
depends.
for me, no. But you have some women.
I understand it,
who,
but the average woman, no.
okay, we don't know. We
There
talking
are
about
a few
23
women.
now.
There are a few women that gonna get you there because they want to get something else out of you when they get to your house. You already talked about it. But on the
But I'm
average,
telling you,
a
What
woman ain't gonna let a woman. Huh?
we are in different times now.
Okay,
because
but
some
Denise-
things that I may say,
Denise,
that's not
there's people that listen to the show. I don't think it may be one woman, but most people are not.
okay. Who was
A
that
woman.
lady who called in the show and she was saying how she would cook for him and this and that and the other?
I remember
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was
yeah.
an older one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
So,
old.
But after she get to know him, okay.
Okay,
The
so that's
first
the first
date.
date.
The first date is not going. It's not. The first date,
Did
she's
she
not
not
invited.
say I would do this? She didn't say anything about knowing him.
Okay,
Mhm.
trust me.
That was like her go-to
That
right
old
there.
woman is not
She
going
pulled that
to.
out the tub.
It is not going to bring
Don't.
a man to her
I'm gonna
house.
tell you something. Don't
She'll bring the
put it
pastor to her
past
house.
him now. Don't put it past him.
It sounds like you underestimated.
Okay, if y'all.
He really is.
I'm not. No, I'm telling y'all, the average out of 10 women, I'm going to say 8 is not going to tell a man to come to her house on the first
How about
date.
more?
I don't think that's it. That's maybe one.
You
or
know
two.
what's really funny to me? I'm sitting by two men, and one in particular to my right is gonna tell a woman what.
Because I deal with a lot of women.
And I am a woman, and I talk to a lot of women.
And when I deal with a lot of women, and a lot of women is not telling me to come to their house.
Miss Denise, what's the one on the left doing though?
I'm just here. I'm just
No,
here.
but what I'm telling you.
I'm just here.
So you got friends that say they're gonna bring the man up to the house for the first date, and just met.
I know
Just
people
met.
who did that.
No, I'm
They
saying,
conversed and they discussed the first date. She cooked.
I didn't say it's gonna happen. I said the average,
We're average.
and you don't do it.
Let me think back if I did that before.
Now I ain't gonna say you didn't do it, but I'm
Well, you
telling
have to remember though, I've only been living by myself for 2 years. I never allowed anybody around my kids. So that's
you, that's not my question. You don't allow the
my
first
thing
date.
is, I had
Okay,
it because I had my kids.
in 2 years have you had a man
Hell,
come
I
in?
can't even keep a man, let alone have him come to my house.
Okay then.
I mean,
Okay.
So,
then.
so if you didn't have to worry about your kids, that would probably be a go-to.
No.
if we've conversed on the phone for a while, I don't have an issue. I mean,
The only way Denise is having a dude come to her house is somebody that she's talking to. They know somebody knows this dude. She ain't bringing no strange dude she talked to on the phone to her damn house. Stop lying. That's a lie. I'm gonna sit there and look in your face and you're lying. No. If it's somebody we know or somebody introduced her to and they trust
still ain't
them,
gonna
yes. But you know what I'm saying? But you as scary as your behind is, ma'am.
scary.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I come to my house.
Well, I'm saying you ain't gonna let no man in your house that you don't know.
Well,
Oh, that I don't know?
No, that's what I
you
just
can-
said.
But I didn't say somebody you don't know. I wouldn't.
It's a first date. You don't
Hold
know.
on. Okay, so if we're gonna go back to that, then the first
That's
date.
what you said.
If we're gonna go back to strictly first date, I don't know him. Then we're not going to no concert, no game, no none of that. We're gonna meet up at a public park. We're gonna have some conversation, or we're gonna meet at a bar with other people, and we're gonna have a conversation.
Okay, that's
Cut
you.
out everything else. Then.
Okay, that's you.
You know what, y'all?
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Just do y'all list. How about
Because
that?
no.
Just do y'all list, y'all.
No, but I'm just saying though.
Bye,
Okay,
y'all.
so let me ask you this question, Denise.
Don't ask me
Okay,
nothing.
don't be trying to exclude on the damn show. Listen,
No, don't
listen.
ask me nothing.
So give us 10 things
I ain't
that
gonna-
women like yourself desire or will go with think is a great first date. 10 places.
I don't know.
it's
5.
Yeah, do
I don't
five.
know. I don't know anything.
No,
I mean,
well, let's
I
re-ask the
don't know.
question then. Let's re-ask the question. What are you not going to accept for your first date? You don't know what you would want because
You
that
know
could
what
be
you
anything.
want.
But what you not going to accept on your first date?
I'd rather just say what I would because there's a lot of stuff I would. So
Wow.
Again, I'm single, bro.
That's crazy though.
So where I wouldn't want him to. Yeah, he won't come to my house because I probably me. I probably won't like him the next day.
Okay.
That's the only And then I wouldn't church. Absolutely no.
Church is wild.
I don't play about that. You're not going to any family functions. You don't do that even if I'm dating you. Because I don't want you to think you in good when you're not. And then out of town, like we're not,
definitely out of town.
Let's go. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And the fifth would be a very expensive dinner date.
Okay.
No, not on the first date.
No.
Any particular reason? Most of us will say
and I will only say this, and I know Joe, you maybe think differently, but my dad had always told me and my sisters, whatever a man put out, he's going to expect in return.
I agree with that.
So if this guy is taking me to this very expensive first date, one, he's trying to impress, and I'm simple, so that's a turn off to me.
Right.
And two, I don't want you spending too much because I may not like you, and I see that coming up,
and that's respectful. And like I said, and I'm cool with that. But I'm gonna ask you this, nephew.
Okay.
Give me 5 places that you would take a woman on the first date.
That I would take on the first date.
At 25.
At 25, not
25.
I'll tell you what I got it off and successfully did on the first date. Because I can't tell you what I would right now. But at 25, I successfully got off the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
I successfully got off Chili's.
2. Okay.
Olive Garden was when I got the best. That was the smooth one, right?
Okay.
I hop work, but only did once.
Okay.
Starbucks, that works.
Okay. So that's 5.
That's 5. And then honorable mentions, I did bowling, that worked, and I did successfully pull off a sport event.
Okay.
The thing is, when did we have this list of where not to take us? Because I feel like some of these women, you smelling yourselves. These were really decent restaurants.
Well, Erica, exactly. And I'm gonna say, Erica, we don't have a problem with the restaurants. It's women telling us that if we pick these restaurants, they don't want to go.
Now,
he put this up. It's not women saying it. It's whoever wrote that ignorant list saying it.
Right.
Because that's
because I don't think that speaks for all women.
It don't even speak for 5% of us.
I agree with that.
But from one of the ones, like I told early on the show, I did get some that said they agreed with it. And for one lady, she was like, yo, some of these is what y'all go to all the time. And when I entertain dudes, they tend to say the same things.
So
when
let
they
me ask
first
you
start.
something. You said something.
And she like, there's other like restaurants to go to. That's a little bit more.
There are a lot of restaurants, especially like black owned or little small. Yeah, cool. But you said that you've asked some of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
A few that I know. And
okay.
That I
So the ones that you know or hang with, what exactly are they? I hope I can answer this question. In life, where are they? Like, are they just making it? Or are they? And the reason why I asked is because I know when I was like 10 years ago in my 20s, it was like these we didn't have you can't take me here. You can't take me. When did we become so arrogant? It's a meal. Like you're just having a conversation. You're just putting something on your stomach and keeping it moving. So who are they to say?
From the few that I talked to, there's a few that's around in my range. There's others that's probably lower, maybe just in the middle class if we don't rank it. And then some of them, even if they middle class, they travel a lot. Like the lady that I was talking to, she travels a lot.
What lady are you talking about?
A friend of mine. I ain't gonna put a name out there.
Wait a minute,
he on the Joe Lockett Show. You sort of get women in your life.
I ain't got no man yet. What am I doing wrong?
You're so good. No, like I said, she travels a lot. And she's like, when she deals with different dudes, she cool to a point, but that seemed to be the not thinking or trying answers that she gets.
So
in
her case,
you can be a little bit more unique
on a different level. But I guess for me, I don't know. For me, a meal, if I can eat something off that menu, I'm good. And that's how a lot of people, when they get to a certain point, it's like,
if a woman is judging me,
date.
If a woman is judging me by the
you don't need to deal with what
exactly.
You don't need to deal with. That's
this is what I'm saying. if I'm taking you to somewhere decent, right? I ain't talking about fast food or something like that, but I'm taking you somewhere decent, and it's not good enough for you on the first date.
You're
I don't
not gonna
want
make
to.
it.
You finna be a problem.
Yeah.
Let me just say this to all of the fellas out there: she's finna be a problem, bro.
She is.
She's
She
going to be
is.
a problem. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, anytime a woman is going to critique, the first thing is you don't know anything about her. She don't know anything about you, and she's going to start just making suggestions right away. I'm finna tell you something. Leave her home.
And the thing is, I know
Real talk,
some
just leave
people
her
may
home.
say, "Oh, the first meet is, or what is it?
First impression.
Yeah, first impression."
Press.
But see, my thing on that is it goes both ways.
You do.
So he have to take you to somewhere that no, just keep it simple. You don't know. Yeah, I may not even like each other. after
Erica,
that.
I wouldn't have a problem with a woman saying, "How about this instead of?" But my whole thing is, if you tell me to plan the date,
I'm just gonna ride.
let me plan it.
I'm serious.
Unless
That's what I'm talking
the
about.
place I'm taking you to that, you know what I'm saying, I'm taking you to that you can't eat because you're going to get sick, go on that day because you told me to plan it. Anytime you're going to interject what you want on the date, right? And if you're that picky, you need to go ahead and plan that date yourself. So
So
9 times out of 10, I done put thought into what I feel is best. So if you want to compromise, we need to compromise up front. Let's say, okay, here's a list. Oh, you give me a list of restaurants, let me pick one. But don't come in, you tell me to plan the date. I done planned it. And you're like, well, what about this? Well, you should have just said that in the beginning.
and I
But
have,
that's
to,
where you
I
want
have
to
to
go.
agree with Joe on that. But I think I said it last week. Yeah, I think it was last week. I made the statement when you're getting to know each other over the phone,
Uh-huh.
you know, conversing over the phone or whatever. That's collecting data. What do
Exactly.
you eat? What do you not like?
Right.
Are you allergic to anything? So
Right.
if you're gonna take me somewhere, or you have 3 or 2, hey, this is where we're going. Do you want to look at the menu?
Okay, but you saying some people don't plan for that. So what kind of conversations is that dude having with you if he's going to take you on the first date? Because the
You
first
gotta
thing,
have some type of
because if I'm
conversation.
talking with
See,
you on the
some.
phone, I'm going to say what kind of restaurants you like. What are some of the restaurants you
What
like?
are some-
Yeah, we
what
gotta
are-
agree
what-
on that first date right
Not
there.
necessarily restaurants. You can simply just
Or where
say,
you like going?
what do you like eating? What
kind of food?
I love barbecue.
Yeah.
So that's the most important piece of communicating or dating, collecting that data, having those conversations.
But see, this is why I get a problem with women, right? You say you like barbecue.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like barbecue.
So
I like
I pick a
seafood.
barbecue place,
And
right?
then-
And then hold on. Then she say, but I don't like that. But
No, I'm telling you. Hold on. That's when you just say, "Hey,
They do
I'm gonna
do
call
that,
you. They
though.
can leave it at that."
exactly,
But when
exactly.
I tell you, because I asked him this recently. He was like, "What do you like to eat?" I
That
told him the
drives me
things that I
nuts.
like. And well, first he asked me, he was like, "How about we go grab something to eat?" And I said, "That's fine, but I'm not a salad eating chick. If anybody saw just right, you see Queen Latifah says that."
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh," I said, "In other words, I like to eat."
Mhm.
So I told him some things I like, and I said, "If you want," and I said it last week, but I tried because I had somebody ask me how to speak. Oh goodness. Anyway, so
I like you, Erica Bassett. Erica Bassett, she'll eat at the place of Big Daddy, the shrimps.
oh,
Damn, man.
That's on Friday. You
Oh
didn't
my
I
come.
gotta get some fish.
But you didn't come last week. You was busy.
Oh my God.
I literally-
If you come this week, we'll
Shout out to Big Daddy,
No,
bro.
I won't be able to because my date is on Friday. So
Okay, then. So there we go.
Um,
So see,
but he lives out of state.
What's it gonna take you?
he live out of state.
Oh, you going out of town? Okay.
Girl, you keep putting me on
She like them
Some
long
people think-
distance
some
first
people think-
dates.
Some people think when you're a vegetarian, you're just okay with a salad.
And
No.
no.
If you're a vegetarian, for me, I always say when women speak about, I date women that, they say I'm vegan, okay, or vegetarian. Tell me the places that you like to eat it, because it's only particular places. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, there are only certain places you like to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Which
So
goes back to what I was trying to say.
go ahead.
That the lady tell you, she say, "Hey, I'm vegan" or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Okay, found some spots. Hey, I picked 2 spots, 3 spots. I'm gonna send you over the menu. So
There you
you can share it. Make sure you can eat what's on the menu.
Right.
I'm starting to get that off too.
Okay,
It's
but
working.
let me say this though.
Send that menu
Okay, but
first.
this is where I guess I get frustrated with women. If you know where you want to go and you like to
That's
go
not
to this
planning the
place,
date.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not the same.
It's not the
That's
same.
not the same. That's
I'm
not. It's
trying
not
to
the same.
help
I'm
you,
with you.
Joe.
I'm with you, Joe. I'm
But
with
it's
you.
stupid.
but it's not the
I
same.
get it.
Okay.
And that's clear as
Okay, if you
Women
tell me-
take men out on first dates too.
Okay, but what I'm
They
saying
do?
to me, this
Yeah, they do.
is ignorant to me, ladies. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay, you say you want to go to these restaurants, right? You give me 3 restaurants. You say you like barbecue,
The barbecue,
or
I
you
love
you
seafood.
like seafood. So I go find a swanky seafood place, right? You go look at the menu.
Send me the menu. I'm gonna look at the menu. But this is before we get.
Yeah, but you go look at the menu. You're like, well, no.
You're gonna have two.
Okay, but here's the thing. Then you're going to send me the place that you think that you want to go to. You knew before I did all of this. So why didn't you just tell me where the hell you wanted to go in the beginning?
No. Okay.
She wanted you to think about it.
Bruh. And again, women don't understand. If I know something, because see, women, y'all don't go through this, but if I knew where I wanted to go and I told you to go plan something, but I know 9 times out of 10 it's going to be the wrong place, why don't I just tell you where I want to go? I mean, I don't get this thing about you planning it. We're going to end up, nephew, here's the thing. Okay? It is 47 minutes after you guys like this. But here's the thing, y'all. When you're on a date with a woman, you're going to end up where she wants to go anyway, 9 times out of 10, if you want the date to go right. You're going to end up there any freaking way. So why don't you just go ahead and skip all the nonsense of getting me upset and holding my breath and counting to 10 before I say something, because we're going to end up where you want to go anyway. So just tell me.
So did you all discuss that what I sent you last week as far as there was a follow-up after that?
You didn't answer my question. Why you just don't tell me?
I'm not entertaining you, Joe.
Why you just don't tell me?
Because you're different. You're like 1% out of a.
But why you just won't tell? When I say, okay.
I told you how I do. You asked me, I told you. This is the deal. I'm gonna tell you what I like.
Okay, Valerie, you need me to take the lead. I took the lead and you say I took a wrong turn.
You can give me 2 to 3 places. Hey, this is. But you also have to think about this as far as a female. Some females are just very challenging. Meaning you have some, hey, I'm laid back. So
right.
When I see an effort, you send me 2 to 3.
Right.
I'm looking at the menu. Hey, I like them all. Hey, I don't really want one of them. And I'm good with wherever we go.
Yeah.
Some of them just give you problems. And that's the red flag. Like, well, I don't eat that. Well, you didn't say. When somebody come there, that's a red flag. Don't even worry about no first date.
This is what I've learned when I have sent over a list, because they say, well, they tell me what kind of restaurants they want, right? So what I do is I always try. I don't go to chains, right? I try to find these offbeat but nice restaurants, like suburban areas. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. So I find them something different. Because she don't know that place, she sends me back the list of what she wants. Hold on. And I'm sitting here like, why you just do?
He right.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. None of the stuff on my list is good enough, or what she wants, because she don't know it. So guess what? Now you're sending me 3 things that's not on my list. So I'm like,
but Mr. Deese, to piggyback on that, the only reason I got off my Cheesecake Factory in my IHOP was because she didn't know the other spots. And she was like, no.
So that goes back to, it's all about who you
Council didn't work for me, D.
You right.
And
you right.
If that's going to be a difficult person to deal with.
Yes.
Because honestly, a lot of people don't like to step outside of their comfort zone. And
there you go.
And with that, I will not deal with anyone
who
don't want to step out of a comfort zone.
That is
because if you don't want to step out of a comfort zone of eating, then my little bouquets keep calling me. I'm sorry.
What's she trying to front? She told I'm not gonna be on a date Friday, and now she keeps talking about bouquets trying to call me.
No. I said I was gonna be on a date Friday.
That's what I said.
She said she was on. Which sound like a stun though.
Well, I'm saying you're stunned. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know I got a boo now. What is this? And look at the smile on her face. Who is this dude that got you smiling like this?
You know how I am, Joe.
But I'm just saying. Hey, he ain't gonna be here next week, Joe.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna be here next week.
What Beyonce said? Smiling from ear to ear.
Y'all so disrespectful and just so embarrassing.
I hope he ain't listening to the show. Bro, you ain't gonna be around.
He's not listening to the show.
Bro. Hey, when you check out the Joe Lockett Show and check out what your baby is on, you ain't gonna be around next week.
Right now, though, you got her up on top.
But until Friday, bro, you hanging in there. Hey, bro, make sure you Google everything you're gonna do. Send her a list and a menu. Okay?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put it out here then. So I've been conversing with him for a while. Okay. I mean, he's been here. He was here from Thursday to that Monday, like 2 weeks ago.
Word.
And so his thing is he's flying. He's in DC.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he's flying me. He was like, "You want to fly on up?" And I'm like, "No, it's cold." He's like, "It's not cold like that yet." So that's my information. Yada yada yada. Including this guy now number. Make sure you. And so he said, well, what day would you like to leave out? And I said, well, I can leave Friday. He's like, okay, cool. He was like, is Monday coming back okay?
Wait a minute. Wait
And I said,
a minute. Wait a minute.
He got that money.
No. Wait
oh,
a minute.
yeah, actually, he does.
No, but wait a minute.
He's not married.
No, I ain't married. Well, I hope he ain't married.
No, he's not married.
Okay. How long you been talking to him?
She said a minute.
No. How long you been talking to
We
him?
on the air. I've been conversing with him for a while. And then he came in because
How many times have you seen him?
like, okay, so
Hold on. You better not
This
be on
year?
one hand,
Yes, this year.
Miss Denise.
he came.
How many times have you seen him? Once, twice, 3 times, 8 times, 10 times, what? How many times?
It is
Okay.
over 7.
Okay.
Okay.
And he
So,
was
so,
here
you,
like-
so you spent QT with him?
I'm a little bit more calm
Okay.
about it.
Okay. Because you know, I feel.
Oh, wait a minute. I ain't
If
finna
it
talk
needed to
about
be
that.
more than 5.
That's what I'm saying.
It needed to be more than 5.
Hell no.
I don't understand why going out to a decent restaurant on the first date is such a big deal. I don't need
It's not a big deal, but let me tell you. So he asked me because, of course, I love the zoo. So every place I go, I gotta find a zoo. So of course, I said, I don't care what we really do, but can I go to a zoo? And so he's like, yeah, sure, babes. So he's like, okay, so as far as your eating, I know you like this. This is all because he communicates. I know you like this. I know you like this. I know you like this. Yeah, I like it. And so he said, well, how about we try Indian food? I said, that's not something I told you I like. And so he said, okay, cool. I said, but anything else I'm willing to try.
But he was looking for a compromise right there.
Not with Indian food. That would be a waste. Then he'll think,
Get
okay,
you out your comfort
because
zone.
it makes me sick. I don't like Indian food.
Okay.
So anything else?
Zoo,
I
Friday
love the zoo.
flying.
Yeah, make sure you add that in. Right? Make sure you add that in.
Who called
Get the miles.
4 times through the show. Okay. Today is 4:53 on the 25th of October.
Right.
October 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, been talking to him for I've seen him at least 7 times.
7 times.
Okay, so
He came here. I never went there.
okay, but he came here for 7 times. Okay, so y'all hearing all this because you know last week's story she just told, right?
Yeah.
Well, look,
And
I'm
y'all didn't hear his name last week.
You're not gonna hear his name.
Okay, but we don't want to hear that. But last week, anyway, y'all hear what we saying now. So you see how she's smiling today because she's finna get on the airplane Friday.
That's not why.
By the time she
always
get back
make me
here,
smile.
we're gonna see how this gonna work out.
Y'all, please pray for me.
We gonna call
I
him
pray
F.
Please pray
We
for
gonna
me. Because I won't be in my zone. You know, when I'm comfortable, I'll be in
And that's why this is
his.
gonna be a train.
And if this man,
This is gonna be a train.
oh Lord, I'll be using Sky Mask coming up.
And we gonna call him
I'm
FFM.
gonna say old boy's in trouble.
No, he's not.
Frequent flyer
I'm gonna tell you
man.
one thing about him. He actually, okay. I do not. Let me clear this up. Me and Joe have never dated. We've nothing. Okay, but he has a piece because of what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
He has a piece of Joe in him, and that is such a turn on.
That's a turn
He's
on.
I know what she's talking about too.
He's an a-hole.
Yeah.
When and it's like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And he'll look because we FaceTime all the time.
Right.
And he'll look and he's like, what did I say, darling?
Right.
I'm like, no. No, did you just say that? Or he came here and me and my sister,
Right.
Katisha, and 2 of our other friends, we went down to, he asked me, he said, you want to go down to this Uptown Jazz place? Because he was here for business for all those days.
Hold on, how do you say it?
Uptown Jazz place?
He ain't black. He ain't black.
Yeah, this
He
is-
ain't black. It ain't black. It ain't.
And
You
we-
ain't dating
hey,
nobody.
add that to the list,
You
boy.
ain't dating
Add that to the
nobody.
list.
Hey,
Anyway,
Put on down here.
my kids, they ain't black.
Non-black.
Anyway,
not a
so
black man.
black men don't approach me.
But I'm just saying, we
Black
know he's
men,
not.
I've
We
been told
narrowed it
I am
down.
intimidated.
How did he say it?
Anyway,
How did he say it?
so we get down there, right?
No problem, baby.
So he's in this particular fraternity, and my other friend is as well. They're both. He was his mentor years ago. So long story short, we go and eat before we go down there. So they were already there, and
I'm not mad. Why do you think I'm getting mad?
somebody
I'm
issue.
happy.
Somebody issue.
Yeah.
So he said, I knew I had to study because I had midterms the following morning, and I had to drive my way, to Montgomery.
Yeah, he said
So-
don't worry about that, baby.
He said, so the other friend was like, hey, let's go to the frat house. And I was like, okay, we can do
Frat
that.
house.
Yeah. I was like, okay, we
Hold
can
on,
do
let's go to the frat house.
Yeah.
He pulled it out on you?
No. He didn't say it. My other friend was
Okay.
their friends.
Hold
That's
on,
how I
but
met
But
him.
you want to go to the frat house?
My other friend.
Or your other friend?
Not the guy I'm dating or conversing with. So,
so are you conversing with
her? You know,
stop getting her caught up.
Anyway, so
I want to be
because if this was Joe and I put his stuff, he would be like,
no, I tell you the truth.
Anyway, so he said, and this just turned me on, y'all. He said, he was like, babes, because he was like, and you know what? Actually, he said, lovely.
Oh, lovely.
He said, lovely.
Hey, lovely.
You know, you have to study for your midterm, and you have to.
Oh, he thinking about you.
He said, so no, we'll see each other tomorrow after you complete that. And I was like, okay. So he goes back over to, you know, our people. And he said, hey, we're going to call it a night. She has to go home to study. Right. Now, he was at the hotel. He didn't stay at my place. I didn't none of it. And so my friend Tisha, she was like, oh, he telling you what to do? And he looked at her and he said, no, I'm not telling her what to do. I care about what she's doing. I'll tell you something. Boy,
he almost got it. He almost got it.
I said, pipe down, lady. Pipe down, lady. Pipe down, lady. You know, I'm almost a virgin. It's a little over a year. Pipe down, poo-poo. And I got home. And of course, he made sure I made it. He was like, okay, because again, we FaceTime. That's what we do. Right. And so he was like, well, go ahead. Wanted to see your beautiful face. I'll call you. Go ahead. Because he knew what time I got on the freeway.
He's an older man, too.
Yes, he is. He's 61.
He
sounds like it.
Yeah, he's older than
But that man fine. Yeah. He don't look it at all.
Yeah.
But he don't look it at all. Like, he's 61. No. He is probably going to make it.
No.
You mean he ain't gonna make it that way?
Hold on.
But he would never know about this show though. He don't know about this show.
Hold on. Now I understand the picture. Sugar daddy. Got it. Okay, I understand. No.
Long distance travel.
When I first met him back in January, I had no idea his age. So I'm like, how old are you? And he told me, and I said, let me see your license. Katisha did the same thing. She was like, there's no way this man is 61. I was like, I'm telling you, he's 61. He has no children because he worked for CBS. So he got into his career. His 30s, he was like, hey, I'm too deep in it. So I'm okay with that. He's an amazing guy. I don't want to like him too much.
He's never been married?
Yeah. He was married for 14 years. She didn't like the fact that he do the and he's going out the country because he's going to Israel never to go.
Oh wow!
So he's that medium. He's So I mean, he's a really cool guy. Now, yes, the question is, will I like him when I get back? I don't know. I have my days.
Wait a minute.
No, he's gonna make the cut on this because he's sugar daddy, bro.
But this dude sounds fine.
I haven't gotten there.
But she gonna like him. He good. This is gonna be okay.
You know,
stop doing this Denise like that.
I'm being honest. Honestly, he gonna make the cut because he's gonna say the right things. He's gonna do the right things.
And then when we communicate, he always asks me little things like, you know. And he's one morning, and I was just having a really rough morning. I don't usually say, "Oh my God, it's a bad morning," because whatever you speak, it comes.
He can tell what your voice.
I was gonna say so. When he did, so we're conversing, right? He calls me and he was like, lovely, are you okay? And I'm like, I said, I just got a lot of work that I'm getting, yada, yada. Do you know, it wasn't even noon. I was getting flowers. Not one, but two. And I'm like, oh. And I called him, he didn't answer. And so I'm like,
and he didn't answer on purpose.
Yeah. I know he saw me call. He'll never die unless he's doing an interview.
But he knew
so, like hours later, he called and he was like, hey, lovely. And I said, hey, what you doing? Because I didn't really want, because he didn't put nothing on the flowers. So I didn't want to really say, did you send me flowers? And it wasn't him, it was somebody else. So I allowed him to like slide in there, like, so did you like them?
Right.
I'm like, absolutely. And I'm like, ooh.
Oh my God.
And one last piece, ladies, or people, I don't want to cheat right now.
What?
Oh well, no. Let me take that back because it's not cheating.
Oh man,
I'm not interested in anyone else. Like, yeah, I can look at the guy,
but he checked all the boxes right now. Checking women boxes is simple as.
And it's not.
oogling out in the
Oh my
window.
God. Love on top.
When I say
I can't do this with y'all.
we sitting in the
I
studio, y'all.
can't do this.
When I say she walked in here and she brighter than his light in his room, right
Man.
now.
Okay.
And we painted the room white.
And you ready to room, man. I'm just saying. Your smile is reflecting of all this white in the studio.
I'm not doing
Also,
You know, my guy, my friend, she was like, "You glowing."
Exactly. But here's the thing, though, gentlemen. Let me say this to you. If you guys listen to your
Well, to say this, it's something simple, just simple.
Right. But
Simple.
what made this work? And a lot of men miss this. Right.
I want to know that you got me. Like, not saying, oh, you got money. That's really irrelevant to it. It really is. Initially, I need to know you got my bag. Because trying to get this law degree, it is very challenging. And it's not because law school is challenging. It's simply, I've been in it for so long, I'm just trying to get the law degree so I can pass the bar.
Right.
Well, with that, my mom used to always, like, hey, you can do this. I don't get that quite often.
Right.
I'm usually the one giving it.
Right.
And he gave it not knowing that I needed it. You know?
But that's, again, I'm glad he's doing it. Hooray to him. But that is what men do anyway. I'm just being honest.
I'm okay.
If a
A lot of
man,
men don't.
for the men, because these are men that's, like I always say, they're trying to smash and pass. Okay, so they're just trying to come through. Men that like women, y'all hear me say this, they put in the effort. They hear what you're doing, and they're going to add to whatever you're doing and be a support system to what you're doing in the moment and help you get there. That's what men who are dating, you're never going to question where this man is. Let me ask you a question. Do you have to question how he feel about you?
No.
Do you have to question when he's going to text you, when he's going to call you?
No.
You know, right?
No.
Because that's what he made you understand. Listen, ladies, I keep telling y'all, when this guy, you text him and he don't text you back, or he's trying to hop, he don't want you like that.
No, he's not interested.
He's not interested in you.
He went and he had to do an interview with the vice president yesterday, and he had Mitch on Friday, and I knew he had to get up early because they have to sit up in there and all
Right.
that. So what I did, I know he had to get up at 5 his time, 4 mine, and I knew I wasn't going to talk to him for a period.
Right.
So I set my alarm to get up just to call him FaceTime to say, hey, you're
I'm
gonna
not
have a good
surprised.
day.
But I'm not, listen, no, I'm trying to tell you, man, what ladies don't understand and gentlemen don't get, right? It don't take a lot to get a woman attention if you do the small things. Them 25 restaurants don't mean nothing.
That don't mean anything.
I always tell women this: if I really want you and you dating other guys, and I want you, all I got to do is perform.
Yeah, that's
Right? And it's not about in the bedroom, but the things that I'm going to do that he's not doing, I'm going to take you off the market. It's not a man, if you let me in the door and you got a bench or you got a starter, I'm going to take his place if I want you. Because I know what I want. And that's just me. I tell any woman that you open up the door for me and you put me on your bench, I'm going to be the starter if I decide to be, if I want to be the starter. Because guess what? The starter ain't put a ring on your finger. I always tell a woman, if you're talking to me, he don't mean enough to you. If you're on the phone with me right now, if you're on the phone with me right now, whoever you got in my place that I'm finna take, he ain't doing his job. You would not be on the phone with me if the guy that you really want to be with, you would be on the phone with me.
That's true. I don't want to talk to anyone else.
And
you've never heard me say
listen,
never.
Listen, when a woman is on the phone, and just for you fellas, when a woman's on the phone and she's and you hear a little pause on the phone or whatever, that's the other dude calling. She's not answering his phone because she's on the phone with you.
What's
Okay.
that?
Right? You see what I'm saying? Bro,
And
listen.
then don't keep calling my phone.
Yeah.
Because then I'm saying, babe.
Hold on.
Babe, let me call you right because we're FaceTime.
Because when she
I'm gonna call.
and
Hey,
you
what's
finna-
up?
And then you finna tell him boom, 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 and she's
Hey,
gonna call you right
Stop
back.
calling me like that.
Listen, trust me, fellas. If you're on the bench, right, and you want that woman, you can kick the starter off anytime because if he really wanted her, he would already she'll have his last name and she won't be talking to you. So again, a woman is not hard to
We're
get.
not.
I'm just being honest. Y'all can play with these
A
restaurants.
difficult woman.
Yeah,
is-
different. And you
But-
don't want a
but-
difficult woman. You don't want a difficult
I'm
woman.
so
You know,
we're
you
so
want a
simple.
woman like Erica Bunker. She's good, but she's bougie, but she's a good person. You want a woman like Deborah. You want a woman like Linda. You want a woman like Erica Baxby. She always say I don't never say her name, so I'm just gonna say Erica Baxby. She's a very sweet lady, beautiful, intelligent.
You posted something, and I think Erica B commented. It was something I commented on, and I was going to bring it to your attention.
I posted something. What did I post today? I posted quite a few things today. Tell me the day that I posted it.
It was today that I.
Erica said she do not accept bare minimum treatment.
But what's bare minimum?
But hold on. But Erica,
bare minimum for everybody.
But yes, you do. Yeah. But I'm telling you, sometimes you don't know you're getting bare minimum treatment.
Oh, that was where I was going to go with that.
Let me say with that.
Mm-hmm.
What you may think that he's doing a lot for. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that dude is doing 100% more for somebody else. But your requirements may not be as high as the other woman.
What is the definition of bare minimum?
Yeah, like I said, as a man, I know by talking to you what you are going to need from me if I want to get anywhere with you. So for me, I'm going to give you the bare minimum of what you're requiring from me. In the beginning, ain't no man giving you everything. I'm just sorry, ain't no man that's giving up. When you first started talking to this dude, he didn't lay out the red carpet. He just started talking, but as he started to, seeing that he liked you, then he started going there and put on his pimp moves because he knew he could. Because he understands one thing. Older gentlemen understand this. If I put the time into her, the other dudes are not putting the time in that I'm going to put in. I'm going to pay attention to the small thing that she does. Whatever she's trying, if she got a bad day at work, I'm going to make sure she got something that's going to calm her day at work, or I'm going to send her something at work. You know what I'm saying? But here's where the pimp game is for the older gentleman. Once you get what you want and y'all get comfortable with him, okay? Does he keep doing that? That's where you have to find out, is he truly about that? Because now it's the honeymoon phase with any woman, and it's fun, and you're giggling, and you're going like a mug, you know what I'm saying? But after y'all done deal and went to that next level, are you still getting all the flowers? Are you still getting the considerations? Because if not, it was just a pimp game, and you got pimped, and you enjoyed it. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to pimp like old.
So the thing is, what really got me is, I would say black men, and I think we've had this on the show, like they say I look married or they're intimidated. And that becomes very, it kind of can be a little depressing a little bit. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
When you're here and you don't get approached. Now, white men will approach me.
Yeah.
But I love my black brothers. But I look married or I'm intimidated. Mm-hmm. This is a man who don't even live here. I don't have trust issues. He don't. Mm-hmm. I don't have why did I have to go out of the state I didn't go, but to get this when I really wish I could have gotten it here. But regardless, I am still looking for B, C, and D. So don't get it twisted, everybody. Don't get it twisted now.
It's Denise.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh my God. That just threw away everything you said. Just threw it away.
She's gonna throw Bruno Mars in at the end. Leave the door.
You know what? Because I feel like until you're married, you're single.
I agree with that.
Do the dudes you frequently or do with? Do they know that?
What, married to? He ain't on the radio. He's not listening.
No,
he don't know it right now.
Anyway, guys, you guys locked into the Joe Lockett Show. It's 9 minutes up there. We appreciate you guys locking in. And we was talking about that list, but I do want to move on to something else before we get out of here. Okay. And Denise, I'm glad you're here because I need you to help me with this. How do you approach this situation when you're in a relationship and your mate tells you, we need to talk?
First, don't tell me we need to talk.
Ever.
Don't do that. If we need to talk, we can have a conversation now. Don't say, hey, we need to talk.
Just say words.
But okay, so this is what I'm asking because I know a lot of people, this is where, some people got things on their chest and they want to get it off. How, I want to know first, I want to ask you for a woman, then I want to say for a man. How do a man approach you, or should I approach a woman, ladies? And y'all hit us up on TikTok or whatever, let us know what you're feeling. How do we approach you by saying we need to talk to you?
Okay, so first, are we in a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in a relationship, I've said this before on the show, I feel that you should have at least once a week. It's called vent day. And vent day, even if you don't have anything to vent about, that's let's talk day.
Okay.
Good or bad.
Okay.
So if we're in a relationship, that's what I do. And we have our day, we talk. So that way I'm not on edge, he's not on edge on, hey, we need to talk. Because if I ever tell you, hey, we need to talk, I've allowed something to build up, and now it's really bothering me. We need to talk.
I can feel
And
that.
I don't think anyone like that, whether you're a man or a woman, just or even a supervisor or employer deal. No, just that one day we'll have that vent day. But if we can't make it to that day, hey love, he got me saying that. Hey babe, let's sit down for a minute.
Okay.
And let's have a conversation. But you don't have to say that part. Let's just sit down for a minute. Or hey, depending on what conversation you wanted to have.
So if it's something urgent he needs to talk to you about, how do a man approach?
Well, it depends on if it's what is it. So for me, if I know, hey, you ain't doing what I need you to be doing, then it's hey, I'm gonna have dinner ready. So that way we can kind of.
But how do he say when I get home tonight?
We don't say that. Just when you get home, let's talk. Don't tell me, because at that point, a human person is gonna be like, "Damn, what are you going to talk about? Well, why? No, just when you get home."
So what you're telling me is, if I walked in the house, I got a chip on my shoulder. I said, "Sit down. We need."
No. You said no. That's fine. That's what. You said if he said, "Hey, when we get home."
I'm just saying, but
so in general,
I need to talk to you. So when
we get home,
so when I see you and I need to talk to you, I just start talking.
Okay, when you see,
I'm just saying, how did that go?
Well, hey, you got a minute to sit down. I want to talk,
Mm-hmm.
but don't tell me when I'm at work or when you're at work. Hey, we need to talk when we get home.
Yeah,
don't do that. But when you get home, because with my ex, when you get home, hey, sit down for a minute. I want to talk to you about something. Because I guarantee you, if I say, hey, I'm not gonna say you, hey, Cliff, when I get over there, we need to talk. He's gonna always say, man, what you want to talk about?
And that's gonna destroy my day.
Right. That's why I said him, not you.
Yeah, that's what she said.
So it's like I would want nobody that I don't want to put that on anyone. I don't want to put on me.
Okay.
Just when we get there, hey babe, you got a minute? Let's sit down and talk.
Okay, so let me see. Erica B says, just say it. Aqua Woman says, my ex was silent, which turned into resentment.
Yes, silence is communication.
Let me say to you, nephew, how do you prefer a woman to come to you when if something is going on and she got a problem? Do she say we need to talk, or how would you like to be approached?
She can say we need to talk.
At that moment or before?
If she's at that moment, if you're gonna tell me we need to talk, then we finna go ahead and talk then. But I do fully agree with Miss Denise. Don't tell me we need to talk and we're not in a predicament to start talking. Mm-hmm. Do not. That is one of my pet peeves, because that's kind of how like one of my relationships deteriorated. Because you put that pressure on that person, and now I'm going through the rest of my day not as productive because I'm thinking about somebody important to me, and I'm only thinking about negative stuff.
Right.
And you moving in that type of way with somebody that you feel is important with you, thinking in a negative mindset, completely derails your real productivity, period. And now when you're going throughout your day, everything is going to pop up as if it was a problem. And I hate that. Don't ever do that with you.
And then it may not be something wrong.
And that's the biggest problem. When I find out and it ain't that big a deal.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I guess, and I hear what you ladies, but Denise, and I hear what you're saying there too. And I agree with that to a point. I'm going to say, if a woman needs to talk to me, or I need to talk to her, I agree. Do not text me at work, or don't text you when you're in school. You know what I'm saying? Find the right time to say what you need to say. Mm-hmm. But here's my thing. What I don't like. Don't come to me when we're at home and say we need to talk and want to start talking right then. Because I may not want to talk to you right now. You know,
that's probably what we got to talk about.
So, but for me, if you come up on me and I'm at home relaxing, right? When you want to talk to me, let's just set a time and we'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I agree with that. But I'm not with, because you got a chip on your shoulder, right? And I'm at home and you want to talk to me right now. Don't disturb my peace. I don't want you disturbing I'm going to listen to you. But maybe we can do this later on in a couple of hours, or we can do it tomorrow. But just because you feel like talking right now, do not sit there and say we need to talk, and you sit down and start talking to me, because you're not going to get my full undivided attention. And that's to each his or her own. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But for you, when you get in and hey, don't say hey,
again, I said, hey, can we talk or do you have a minute?
Yeah.
And in return, if you, hey, can you kind of wait to this? Okay. But one thing I will say, if somebody is truly with someone, you know when there's a chip on your shoulder.
Right.
You
You
can feel
do.
it.
You can
Yeah.
So I know for me, when I was with Chris, he and you know I can say his name because he's fine. But he was like, oh, I already knew it was something wrong.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's, and we'll have these conversations. We had too many though.
It depends. It does depend on the severity of the issue, but I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, it ain't too much that you can't. If you've waited this long, you can wait until I'm comfortable where I want to get in the mindset to sit down and talk to you, and vice versa.
Because, and I get it.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm gonna do you the exact same way.
Right.
When I come home, I'm not gonna bother you at work because I know if I'm calling you and I say I need to talk to you, that will destroy anybody. So I'm gonna be courteous. But when I get home, if I got something on my chest, I'm gonna say, hey, you know something? Maybe this, because this is the way I do it. Maybe this weekend, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe on your day off, when you get some time, let's go out to lunch or let's go out to dinner and let's talk, you know what I'm saying? And have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I say.
That's the way I do it, because no matter when you're married, it ain't nothing. Like I said, unless it's just something that's strictly pressing, it ain't nothing really pressing. It's something you got to pet people about, or something that's on you. You know, it's either a financial situation, something that you didn't take care of around the house, or something that you said that kind of rubbed them the wrong way. That's 9 times out of it. Or somebody in your family that did something, you know what I'm saying? Or you put me doing something with the kids that you're not quite doing, and they feel that they're pulling more of the load than you are. We can wait on that.
Yeah, and I think when you're married, going out to eat or removing yourselves out of the house is a great way to have a conversation.
Yeah, because you don't get stupid with it.
Right.
Yeah, I you know, because that's just me. And you know, it's not a scheduled time, but Erica, I understand that works in your relationship, and I think that's a great thing. But I don't like. Erica said, "I don't have a scheduled time in my relationship. We don't do that." For me,
but it's to each their own.
Yeah. And like I said, if that works for y'all, if somebody can just walk in the house and you watch TV or you relax and they say they want to talk, you start talking, that's fine. I don't like that.
I just don't want any type of distraction.
Right. You know. Yeah. Because 9 times out of 10, for a woman coming to you, your wife coming to you, or your girlfriend coming to you with something, it's a problem. I need to get my mind wrapped around that I want to deal with this. That's just me. Because if you come in at me and you start sitting down, I'm not wrapped right. And so if I'm not wrapped right, my response is not going to be right.
So let me ask you this question.
I know that about me. Sure.
So that's if we need to talk.
Uh-huh.
So what if your woman comes and she's like, and she has nothing under her robe? Does she need to schedule that with you as well, or wait till when you're finished? I'm serious.
It just depends on what I'm doing.
So
yeah, if I'm busy, yes, we don't need to schedule, but you need to hold on until I finish doing what I'm doing. Don't interrupt what I'm going to do if it's important to me. Now, if I'm watching TV, that's something different. You know what I'm saying? But if it's one of my shows that I really like, and we married, baby, I was like, okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not like Joe.
Oh my God.
I mean, sometimes you
want to. No, but I'm being facetious here. But I'm just saying, you're talking about something pleasurable versus something that's going to be a problem.
Okay, but hold up. That's wait a minute, because again, I said it. It may not be anything bad that I want to talk about. Okay, but like I said, even if it's not, like you said, I would tell by your tenor. I can play it very well, though.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you're my wife, and if it's not very bad, you're just gonna come in and tell me 9 times out of 10.
Nope, not if it's your favorite show.
No. You see, I understand what you're trying to do, but what I'm telling you.
No, I'm not trying to do anything.
Women do not. No, women do not tell. If women just want to tell you something and it ain't important to them, they're just gonna tell you regardless of what's going on. They're just gonna say it. They're not gonna sit down. No, listen, ladies, fellas. When have a woman sat you down and the news was good?
Oh man, hold up.
The only thing a woman will sit you down for, I'm pregnant.
Never gonna get it.
Other than that, I have never had a woman sit
you down and tell you that.
But what I'm saying, but when have a woman ever said we need to talk and it's been in your favor?
You always
okay.
No. You said it,
what I'm saying is, you said, you have to. Is with Erica. She's like, she don't schedule things. So you said if someone come to you and say we need to talk, don't, because it depends on what you're doing. If I come in the room,
even when I was married,
if I come in the room, I have nothing going. I'm trying to do Victoria's Secret, do something, just spontaneous. And you say, well, hold on, baby, watch your show. Well, go on while I finish watching that show. But it can simply be that my lady said, hey, we want our husband right now,
But like I said,
we got to schedule it around.
No, like I said, on that part there, I'm being very facetious on the emotional. Now, There were times in my marriage because we weren't on the same page, and I wasn't feeling that, and that was to try to come back, and it didn't work well because
so
I didn't know, and
it.
so I didn't know how. And as a man, I don't know how to come off of my ego, high angry horse at that point, and say and just give in because I'm like I don't want to lose.
That's my problem.
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't know how to do it at that time. So, but I do understand as a grown man now that if you got a woman that's doing spontaneous things, that you need to be in that spontaneous moment, even if you're not, and vice versa for that woman. Yeah. She need to be in that spontaneous moment with her man. Like if he come in the kitchen and he's just coming home and he's spontaneous, you have to be spontaneous with him. It ain't just with him, but me and we have to do the same thing. But honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know how, especially after an argument, right? Because again, those are things I didn't see. And when I'm angry or I'm upset about something, that don't cure me. That don't make me feel better because I'm literally mad at you. So I can love you a lot, but depending on the severity of that argument, that ain't gonna do nothing for me. I'm just being honest, and that's where I was at the time. So that's why I say I always I know where my mindset need to be when I'm with a woman because I can turn off like a light switch.
I say this to piggyback on what you was talking about. You never was approached with something that wasn't bad news, but it wasn't good news either.
If you talk about,
but she asked you, "Can we talk?" you never was approached in that type of way. Like, let's say, for instance, you got some news. It don't really affect you or y'all, but it's important enough news that she had to talk about it.
Right.
You never was approached that type of way?
Yes.
Because I did, man. That's messed me about it multiple times.
Here's the thing, bro. When I was married or in relationships, right? You have this conversation with your mate. How was your day? Right?
Okay.
What happened today, right? During the daytime, if you in love with this person, they'll text you or tell you what's going on. Or your baby's gonna tell you, when I get home, I got something to tell you.
Okay.
All that stuff, good, bad, and ugly, and different, is going to come out in that conversation because y'all have those daily talks. Because she want to tell you stuff, and you're telling her stuff about your day. So there's nothing, even she want to talk because someone said about planning a vacation. All that stuff that she wants to sit down and talk to you about, if anything, that's going to come out when you're talking to your husband or your man on good stuff. The only time, most time, when somebody want to sit down and have a serious talk with you, most of the time, is something that they are not happy about. Because even when I was married, and my ex would text me, I'm thinking about a family going on vacation. Okay, so where do you want to go? And she'll give me 3 places. And usually I would say it doesn't matter, whatever you want to do, baby, as long as you're happy with it, right? I'm cool. Let me know how much it costs, right? That's usually a man response when it comes to that kind of stuff, honestly. Maybe not the best answer, but that's what men usually say, right? I don't care, whatever it is. We show up and, pay for it, what we got to go do. But
that's a man.
That's what women can sit here and act like your man does all this, and some women may have a man that does that, but most men, we don't care about the vacation where we're going. If that's where you want to go, how much is going to cost us? When I got to take off?
Hold on, is that years down the line, or is that just period?
No, when you marry, bro, after the honeymoon is over in the marriage, right, and you got kids, there's gonna come a time when the wife wants to go on a vacation, a family vacation, because she wants to start creating memories, right. The man is working, so we're not really planning or thinking about vacation like that. So when it comes to that stuff, no, most men don't, bro. I'm not gonna say men don't plan.
Most
these
men,
things.
they let the woman plan anything, even the wedding.
Yeah,
that stuff is.
I can see planning the wedding. I can see planning the wedding.
But I'm just saying, it's a bad thing. I get it, ladies, but most men are not into thinking about that because we're out there providing and protecting. Mm-hmm. So we're saying, hey, you handle that part. Just let me know where I need to show up. And that sounds horrible. And I won't want you, well, why don't you take, time into this? Honestly, ladies, men don't care. Either we sit down or with you, care about the scenery and all this other stuff like you're doing. Okay? I just, when I tell my boss, I need to take off work.
What days?
Right? And then some of them are like, okay, where we going again? And that's because my dad was like that. So I'm used to that with a man.
Yeah,
like the man just didn't plan stuff.
Man, it was like, I need you to be a part of this.
Hold on, Erica. A relationship is not exhausting, but a relationship is work. It's going to be work regardless. I don't care who you're dating and how good the relationship that the guy that you're dating with, that you got you in love with. If you're in love with somebody right now, I'm telling y'all, ladies, what I'm telling you, that guy may not tell you, and he's going along with you, but at the end of the day, this is what men feel. Ask him. Most men don't care about that stuff that y'all care about. And most stuff we care about, y'all don't care about.
That's true. And it's not what I'm thinking. It's really what I've been told. They don't.
I mean, seriously.
And in the same breath, a lot of times men feel like women are difficult, and we think the same with men.
Word.
Yeah.
Or whether we can't make up our minds. We can't really. I think both say the same about the other, or they do. It's just different things.
Yeah.
So like,
and that's why I think it's really important what you say. Sit down, have the weekly conversations, and figure out what it is that y'all do best. Because see, this is what I know when I was married. You get tied up into your responsibility to the marriage. I'm tired of doing this stuff. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to do this anymore. Why don't he want to help me? Why is he paying any attention to this? What you got? Android or Apple? Apple. Okay. So, and a lot of women, when you're married, it get habitual. You get into a habitual routine, and a man can't. And I've said this many times on the show. A man can't change his habitual routine. He has to continue doing what he's doing. But a woman wants to switch it up, right? And so when a man gets into work mode, we go into work mode. And I don't care who you're talking to, whatever man that you're with, at some point, unless y'all don't have any kids and y'all in the kids of the house phase, that man is not going to pay you as much attention as he did in the beginning, because now he's working for y'all. And so he's going to expect, like you expect him to go out there and provide and protect, he expects you to take care of the vacations. He expects for you to plan for those things. That's an expectation from a guy. And I know y'all say it sounds, well, why don't he care about this? He should put more time into this. That ain't what we do.
I'm going to add to that. He expects us to do that, and we expect him to make sure he's paying us stuff.
Exactly.
So there are expectations on both sides.
And that's why I say you need to sit down and have a conversation, because I know it's a laborious task, ladies. And I know it seems that, you're the only one putting time into the relationship, right? Or you putting the effort into the relationship. But that's why I say I think women need to understand their role. The effort you're putting in, that's what you should do if he's out there providing.
And when you said the word role, so because a lot of people, including myself, we feel like, well, I can't say including myself, because I do still believe in roles.
Yeah.
So,
But
I was raised with a mom and a dad in my household.
Okay.
I have uncles that I look up to. I have aunts.
Right.
And there are roles. And when women say, yeah, I have no issue with paying a date. I don't have an issue with opening a man door.
Exactly.
But there are roles.
Yeah.
No woman's going to sit here and tell me, well, I'm expected to be the provider. No, even if you make more money, you really want that man to be the provider.
Yeah.
But because of a certain position that you're in and he's in, it's just so happening to you.
Exactly. So
don't say I don't do roles or I don't believe in roles, because we do. If you have a every day, you're gonna have an issue. Because you're looking at that, or he's sitting in the house chilling, and you want to. Now, some women like doing yard work.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But out of 100, the larger number, they're not going to go out there and cut that grass. And that dude.
This one woman said, fire your lawn guy. I'm gonna come cut your grass.
Okay.
That's what I told.
But some people like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. She loves it.
Some men like cooking, and some women don't.
Yeah.
Like my dad he's a great cook. My mom can cook, but my dad was good.
Right.
So my dad cooked more than my mom. But her role, she took care of the house. As far as the needs.
Right. And I think a lot of times, y'all, when you're in the dating phase, Denise said the data collecting phase, everything seems like your man is the best, your woman is the best in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be doing everything else that the opposite of what Joe Lockett is saying today. I agree with you on that. Come talk to me a year later.
I'm
saying seriously. Come talk to me
a month later.
Come talk to me a year later. That dude or woman is not doing the exact same thing that they were doing.
Because they're comfortable.
Exactly.
They're comfortable.
Exactly.
When you go to a job interview, you sit there, you have the prettiest smile, you give them everything they need, knowing half of it is a lie.
I'd be lying.
I'm just being honest. But then after so long, I don't feel like getting up.
Exactly.
So nothing stays the same.
Out.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's presentation.
It becomes, no matter how long you've been at this or how new you've been at this or you've been at something, you're going to have to put work into that man. That man's going to have to put work into you. You're going to get tired of that man at some point. He's going to get tired of your behind. You're going to have to figure that thing out, and you're going to have these conversations. It is exhausting. Relationships are exhausting at a point. After you get to know all their little nuances and fun stuff and doing the little travels and spending time, after all that, Disneyland is over with. You know what I'm saying? You done rode the rides a couple of times. Now you become a relationship. Now it's you and him. Now y'all doing the same stuff over and over. And now you're changing who you are as a person because you're older. And now you're trying to figure out, do I really want to be with somebody that's that new person?
I have to say, yeah, relationship is work.
Uh-huh.
It's the same work, or not necessarily the same.
It's very hard to keep a crush going.
But you have to work on yourself.
Uh-huh.
And we know some things, it was very challenging for us to break.
Right.
Same. So imagine being the other person.
Mm-hmm.
So because I know it's a lot I had to change. A lot that I had to change.
When I tell people, Denise and nephew, we are single for a reason.
Because I'm on this show.
No. You were single till you got on this show.
Oh, but okay, I get that. But I actually wasn't single. But yeah. But this show has really
okay, but you know, okay.
I'm single because I have male friends who bald head with beards.
Okay.
And people think there's something going on.
Okay, well, and that's up to them. But I'm going to ask you this because me and Mahogany is in a harsh disagreement here. She's saying that you can keep the crush going, and she's saying you can't
date each other.
If the love is real, you can be in love with the realest person, but you're not going to want to smell a person or talk to that person at some point in time.
Yeah.
They're going to get on your nerve. You can be crushing on them all you want and be freaky, but at some point in that relationship. Yes, that's a spice, but then life happens. Life happens outside of love and crushing. Right? That person is going to do something or say something or not do something that's going to get on your nerve. It's going to knock you out of that crush mode for a minute.
You know what I've done?
Uh-huh.
When I see older couples, I ask, how long you been married? Mm-hmm. You know, and they say how long. And one couple, they've been married, I can't remember, it was like 60 some years. Mm-hmm. And so I remember her saying, "Oh, I didn't like him for 2 whole years."
Thank you.
You know, the ones that are actually growing old together,
they went through the hard times.
And one thing she said, well, a few of them, but this one I remember because I'm like, I loved her story. Some things we just don't leave the house.
Yeah.
A lot of us we ain't taking it. Like once you do one thing or maybe 3 to 4, it's like, okay,
That's done. What me and nephew talked about on this show earlier this week. People don't put the time into the relationship.
They like microwavable things.
People like, you know what, if I did 20 years and these last 5 years or the last 10 years was bad, I'd have done my time. That ain't what they married. That ain't what you got married for. Mm-hmm. Old people can stay married because they put up what they liked. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, they both too old to go out there and do anything, and they wind up being with each other. That's what happens. Now, a lot of us say we don't have to do that anymore. Okay, fine.
Well,
but
they didn't really have to do it then. They did it. Uh-huh. We don't have, you're right, we don't have to do it now. But the problem is nobody has patience for anything. We can't even drive these days without becoming irritated.
Right. Let me ask this then. What do you say to the folks that say that didn't look like happiness to them?
What didn't look like happiness?
You
said
years? The ones that was married for years.
The reason why I asked certain one is because they still happy with each other. Mm-hmm. You know, like
no, I'm saying for the other person, for the folks that see those folks still married for them years, went through all of it, had this little 10-year stretch for them. What do you say for the other folks that see that no, that's not happiness for me?
So that may not be happiness for you because you really don't know everything. We're only given the cover of the book. I always ask. I just love seeing it, especially when they start looking alike. Mm-hmm. But it may not work for you. Maybe that's not who you need to be with. Right. But we can't look at another couple and say that's not happiness. You don't know if they're happy or not.
No. Not saying that they're not happy. I'm saying for the person that's looking at it, hey, I don't want to go through no 10-year stretch.
That's going to be on them.
I'm not.
That's on them. My thing is whether it's your kids, because I love the crap out of my children.
That's not a toxic relationship. That's
right.
Just,
it's not.
That's just marriage. That's just the way it is. It's not toxic, Erica. That's just what people go through.
And it is. With my children, I can tell you one of my kids, and everybody has that one. And that one, yeah, I know if I look back over at you. So that in my case, that don't mean I give up on my child.
Right.
You know, so I know some people say, well, that's different. That's your child, it's your husband. To me, it's really not. Yeah, I birthed him, but let's go back over to the husband. That's why a lot of them don't even say the same vows anymore. They make up their vows.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand that being submissive is just respecting that man's position. Come back over to the husband. Well, this is your family and this is your family. You're going to have some serious issues.
Right.
And if you can't stick it out, then no, you do need to leave. It's okay to leave if you can't stick it out.
Yeah.
But don't say, don't make it, well, I'll say it like this. Just because yours didn't work, don't mean that you have to go and tell this other couple who were looking at getting married and being negative toward them.
Right.
I don't like that kind of stuff.
Right. That's why I say
like
when we talk about this on the show, it's not toxic, it's a reality. And
it really is.
And some people, we know people that have been in relationships for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And the woman is still not as happy today, but she's not leaving him because why? She loved him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're going to go through it.
And at the end of the day, she don't want to be with anybody else. So what you can't tolerate, another woman can and will. That don't mean they're wrong. It just means that you decided to say, hey, I'm out of here. I deserve better than I'm going to get. But I'm not mad at either one.
Some women will stay there because I've always told y'all, women are competitive by nature.
Right.
So I'm going to stay here because I ain't going to let you get them. And I'm going to make sure I get those pennies.
That's
Y'all
crazy.
have heard it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is what I call being selfish.
But I would say she deserves the right if she was married to him.
Well, I mean, as far as the benefits,
Yeah.
depending on, just because you're married don't mean you deserve it. But okay, we really don't want to go there.
No, but I'm saying
Let's go to the second.
Let's
go to the second.
If you married, you deserve it.
Let's go to the
Go
second.
ahead.
I don't think you can say that. You will say that. So I know. So some people will stick
And
in.
if you shut that window.
Some people will stick in it just for the benefits.
Yeah, it's open. No, shut the window.
The actual window. That's a curtain.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I just realized I forgot.
You forgot he's underage, so the windows they don't get it.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
But what was I saying? Oh crap, I forgot. That's a young age.
All right, y'all. Marriage should be assessed early 7 years. Just saying. You know, I like a lot of marriages that don't marry past 5 to 7 years. I think I don't.
Shoot, I know some that's not passing 2.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm gonna say that if you can't be married for more than a year or 2, you shouldn't have got married in the beginning. Real talk.
Okay, so I do have a question.
Sure.
Let's since we're talking about that. So some people don't believe in it. They call it shacking. I can't say I do or I don't. I've never done it.
I think the situation just depends on the couple, their maturity, and what they're expecting out of it.
Well, this is the question. So, do you feel that before marriage, you must live with that person for at least 1 year?
Yes, I agree with that.
When you say living, like day to day,
we live in the same house every day, all day.
I think it would be a great thing to do to test the waters for marriage. And the reason why I say this is because when in this day and age, people are so quick to get the divorce, right? And if you're that person, like I'm not, if you know that you're dealing with somebody that's, that will do that, I think you really need to test the waters to see, are y'all really compatible in the household together? Because you can be with somebody and hold your thing and say not going to live in the same house together. Now I'm saying don't give away your apartment, don't give away your house for somebody. Don't do that.
No, unless you want to sell it.
You know what I'm saying?
Need some house.
No, I would say I would tell anybody, if you got a house,
Yeah, rent it out.
don't give it out. Or if you got an apartment, let that person know. Even though you're going to move in with them, you're going to be putting your money that you're paying for your apartment, you're going to be putting that up. Now you pay the utility money to that house, but they need to keep paying their mortgage, right? And you do pay the small stuff, but you need to keep your nest egg. I tell women and men this: whatever you were paying, continue to pay yourself for that.
Because some people feel like, well, because women, I know men because I told my boys, but women have always been told always have a nest egg.
Yeah. But I
you
think
never know what'll happen.
Even if a dude is living in, move in with the girl, y'all got to stop saying this stupid stuff. It's gonna be cheaper for us to move in together. No,
it's not.
No, bro. Listen. If both of y'all got a place and one of y'all getting rid of something, one of y'all need to be saved, because this is what I'm gonna tell you. If it works out, the person that's saving, you can take that money and put down on something for the both of y'all. So because y'all gonna work. If it doesn't work, you still got that money and you can put it down on what you need to put it on, and you keep moving. But don't be a fool and move in with somebody and put all your eggs into that basket with them, because you just don't know.
And don't
what that looks like.
Don't think doing that is saying, well, I don't trust what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem.
Yeah, some people say that, like, well, that's just saying that you don't trust it.
Okay,
it's a difference between trusting and being smart.
Yeah, I mean,
and when we say things may happen, I know for me, they don't have to necessarily mean we break up, because the guy that I was dating dropped dead. So,
but then here's the thing. Yeah, if I love you, I'm going to want to protect you anyway. I'm going to tell you to do that. No, I'm not seriously.
No, I've thought about
no, but I'm saying, but I would tell you to, baby, put that money to the side, because if I'm going to marry you, that's going to be our money anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel it should be both. So if you're moving in with me, we're splitting what? Because we're not married.
Yeah.
So we're going to sit down. We're going to have what I'm paying, what you're paying. So you're pulling off something. If I'm normally paying the mortgage, you're saying, well, hey, I'm going to pay the mortgage. You pay this. I still should have money to put to the side.
Yeah.
And you should have money to put to the side.
But hold on. Because I agree with y'all, but it sounds real good saying it out.
It sounds very good. The thing is,
because you know when you're dealing with different type of people.
That's all. And I was gonna say that it depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah, dealing with different type of people, they may not trust it.
And if you can't trust that,
don't marry them. Don't move
because if y'all marriage is a different. It's a big move.
There you go.
Like I tell people when we're looking at houses, we're gonna look until you find what you truly love, because that's one of the biggest investments you're gonna make in your life. That's the same thing with marriage.
Okay.
That's the same thing.
And that's what I'm saying. If you got a problem with getting these finances together now,
you're gonna have double.
Don't even move, man, because you're not gonna work.
A lot of people, they put it as, oh, now I have an extra income in the house, so I can do more.
Right.
Meaning they can spend more. And that's where a lot of people get screwed up.
And this is why I say this is, mature people, you have to understand. I tell people, this is, I keep saying it, you need to have at least 6 months to a year of living expenses in the bank.
It used to be 3 months.
Okay, no, 6.
I'm saying it used to be 3 months. Now, you have to have.
You need to have 6 months to a year of living expenses in the bank. And if you're in a relationship and you don't have that, you're broke. Let me just say that real talk for anybody out there. If you don't have 6 months to a year living expenses in your bank account right now, you are broke. It's okay, but that's what you need to get to. So the person that you're dealing with and talking to, you need to make sure that they can get you to that point and you can get them to that point. You got to have that serious conversation. Do you have that or do you not? Don't mean that it's a bad thing. You just paying your bills don't mean you balling. If you in debt right now and you don't have 6 months or a year that without working at all and you can live off what's in your bank account, you're broke.
I think after COVID especially, I think that should have been a wake up, because a lot of people lost their jobs.
Yeah.
A lot of things happened to where you couldn't afford.
And people start to understand now the money that they had didn't go as far as they thought it would.
And it did not. It did not.
And everything now is getting more expensive and your pay staying the same. So you're not getting as much anymore.
I do want to put something out here.
Sure.
And it's going to detour from where we are.
Okay.
But if you are, and I know we have different people that listen from
different
everywhere.
States. Yeah.
But regardless of what state you're in, one thing is in common, and that is student loan.
Mm-hmm.
So just letting you know, I know that now it's back, it's back up. You have to pay your student loan. If you are out there and you're considering getting a house, in the process of getting a house, whatever, go ahead. Please do that income-driven repayment plan, please. And when you do it, please say, I'm going for a house. Because right now, it is taking up to 60 days just to get an answer. And you don't want that. Just want to put it out there because we've been having that run in. Just FYI, since we're talking about finances, please income driven.
Yeah.
And that way, if you're not in public services or government, whatever, you'll do that 30 years. If you are, it's 10. Right. But just a FYI, please do that. Okay.
And the reason why we're having this conversation, y'all, because I want to show y'all how that list that we're talking about is great for conversation, but it don't mean a damn thing in the bigger scheme of things. It doesn't.
It don't.
If a woman is going to look at a man and determine her relationship on that date, except for if you're at the house or something, just the obvious stuff. Y'all need to be together anyway.
And don't look at, and it's something that, and I said, when I said we have to work on ourselves, I say that because I know I've worked on, and I continue to work on myself because there are certain things that I look for in a man. Truth be told, it's not if he's rich or not. Yeah. Because how can I look for that in him and I'm not?
Yeah.
But I also have to say, because I have a father in my life, I do look at that provider part.
Yeah.
Meaning you may not have this $200,000 a year job, but I need you to know how to provide.
Yeah.
Not meaning you're gonna pay all the bills, because I don't want a man coming in paying all my bills or our bills. Right. It's a workmanship. Like we're doing this together. You have to be selfish. You have to be selfless in order to be with someone who you truly need to be with.
I agree with that. Yeah. And
that's just on a serious.
No, but and knowing, if the women that listen to the show, I think majority of them think the way you do when it just common sense knowledge of building a relationship and what they want. I know I may be a little abstract on the way I look at things, but most of the time, but I don't want to be in a relationship. So I can afford to be abstract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do.
You know what I'm saying?
You do.
Yeah, but
I was nervous about him. I'm like, the guy. I was nervous because I'm like, I don't even know if I'm ready for a relationship.
Yeah, I know.
And what I did and what I continue to do, and I hope this is not against, but I pray about everything.
I do too.
So when I'm actually conversing or dating a guy, I pray over it. And sometimes I'll just get up. It's like, I don't like him anymore. A lot of times it's not like I can't put my finger on what it is, but I just trust the process. I trust God on that. And after the fact, I see why it wouldn't work out. Yeah. Because I always say, protect my heart. We have to watch what we ask for. And I do that. Even with this guy, I did it from the beginning. And the thing is, the way we met, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like hey, can I get your number thing? It was business. And
it turned into something else.
Yeah, man.
But usually those kind of friendships and relationships are the ones that kind of turned out maybe sort of to the good. And again, I know a lot of by a plethora of people. They think I'm against relationships. They think I'm against marriage.
You're not.
I'm not.
You're not. He has what he's trying to take care of and he's trying to do, which I feel is very respectful because your goal. You have a goal, it's set. You don't want no interruptions or any type of you don't need no issues while you're trying to do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be focused on a relationship.
You're not. And some women could say, oh, I'm okay with that. Reality, you're not.
No, they're not.
So I would just say, hey, that's respectful. And I appreciate being upfront. Hey, I'm not looking for anything right now. And you have to go with the flow. The only thing I would say, and I know you don't do it, but I do know others to say, I'm not looking for a relationship. You have to make sure you tell that person and continue to have those conversations. Don't give that woman a relationship. Don't view it as a relationship as far as the woman, meaning you're doing everything like you were in a relationship, but you don't want the time.
This is what I tell men.
Don't do
women. Stop giving women relationship time if you don't want to be in a relationship.
Yes, thank you. Don't do it because
don't
it's going to cause
good morning
issues.
Text, evening text.
No.
Hey, how you doing? If you
we're not traveling out of it, we're not doing a lot of stuff.
I mean, because you have to understand, y'all need to make sure y'all both on the same page. And very few men and women can get on the same page because why? One person has a whole nother agenda that they think that they can change that person at some point in time.
And most women think that they can change men, and that is not going to happen.
And I would tell y'all need to stop listening to Babyface because there's not a whip appeal that you can put on a man that's determined.
Not to get him into that relationship.
Yes.
That man knows from the beginning if he wants something with you or not.
Yeah.
And it's not going to change.
Yeah. And
I had to learn it. Yeah.
And
of course. I know within 30 seconds if I can sleep with you. Or if I would, depending on how that works. But it's certain things that we know. Yeah. If I know I'm not feeling you like that, and I know it's not going anywhere, I have to be. I go along with it, keep moving, and then that goes. That was so wrong with me.
And you still do it. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, and the reason why I'm talking about this because I want people to understand is this show is when we do this show daily, y'all. Yeah, I'm talking about stuff in the relationships that are not good because these are conversations that you don't have. A lot of people don't have themselves, and you always questioning what's wrong, right? But most people don't want to hear is the truth of what really happens for a man from a man perspective and how we're thinking, and from what women are thinking, right? And that's why I'm saying, what I'm saying is not law. It's not the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? It's not the Gettysburg Address. But I'm telling you, for the most part, when men are in relationships, they do feel this way. When they get a divorce, they do feel this way. Now, do they change when they meet the right person? Everybody can change. Everybody has
Is that that deal when you say when men say I was only when a woman said I was with him for all these years, he never married me, but he just met her and they're married and they stay together. That's pretty much because he knew he wasn't going to marry the woman.
Yeah. A man.
I don't think it's always conscious.
A man is conscious at the beginning, nephew. When we see a woman, we will say she's wifey material or not.
I know Chris said from day one, he didn't tell me, he told some other guys, and they told me that he said that's gonna be my wife.
Yeah.
So now he's been married 2 times.
And that's why I was actually gonna go with it.
Right.
I think those are two different things.
Uh-huh.
I think I can identify in the first few days or maybe a week if she's gonna be something more or if she's gonna be wifey material, but that's her being wifey material.
Okay, can we?
No, I think
my wife.
Yeah, make her my wife, but that's still wifey material if it's not gonna happen.
But can we talk about the wifey material? Because just because I look at you being wifey material doesn't mean I'm going to marry you. Because when I see you, what I see, I like, and I see that I can see the potential that I may want to marry you. That's what that means.
Right.
But when I get with you, you may not be wifey material. You see what I'm saying? Just like when you see me the first time, that's gonna be my husband. But when you get with me, you're like, nah, I don't want to be with that dude. So yeah,
I promise you it won't take long.
Exactly, it won't take different because I'm gonna tell you right up front. But at the end of the day,
Well, you didn't tell me up front. You told me this.
Yeah. Well, I knew. We knew at the lunch.
Yeah, like,
we knew at the lunch. We knew at the lunch.
We so much alike.
Yeah, we knew at the lunch. You know, and I was good with it.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, we have to understand that when you find that one person, are you presenting your true self? And this is what I'm going to say this on the show before we get out of here, y'all. Is this guy bending to your every need? And if he's bending to your every need, the relationship is not going to work.
Yeah, because he's not happy. He's not.
Please explain to women. Please, ladies, y'all don't believe me when I say this. You can be the happiest person in the world in the honeymoon phase because this guy's giving you everything that you need. But I promise you, that relationship, if that man is not getting anything or he's getting very little out of that relationship from you, that relationship is not going to work because he's not happy.
You know, they always say a happy wife, happy house, or what is it?
Happy wife, happy life.
That's not. I don't like that. And again, maybe it's because I have uncles, brothers, sons. I feel like the happy house is where the happiness comes because you can't be happy and I'm not, and we think that's cool, and it's not. And I think that women, it's very selfish. And I think that women, because we're women, we feel like certain things need to go, and that's not true. Like real talk, that man have feelings. That man has dreams. That man, he's human just like you are. And I really have an issue. That's why when people say, "Well, women," no, stop, don't do that, because I do have, brothers like you or I don't play that stuff when it comes to men. Like I don't.
Right.
So it should go both ways, ladies. Like they're not happy, and that's what's gonna push them off. And don't say, "Well, if he wasn't here in the first place." No, he was. You ran him off because he was doing everything to please you, and you didn't give a crap.
But
you just had your hand now, and that's not cool.
But I think that's where most of them be confused. Because he's doing everything that I need and stuff like that, he must be fine.
You know what? If you truly, I know. If a woman truly knows that man, she should see that he's not happy. He's not.
And that is so important, right? When a man is giving his all, right? Are you giving as equal to him as he's giving to you? And a lot of women, right? He's going to give, and you're going to give very little to see how much you can get out of him. Not saying that I would do that, but that is the game most women play. You're going to get the most out of him, as you know what I'm saying, because you may not like him like that, or you got other things that you got going on, but you're going to give him very little. I'm telling women all the time when they get into the relationship and I see them giddy head over here, he doing this, he doing that. I'm like, what are you doing for him? Well, nothing. He just giving it to me. If he gives it to me, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
Can I tell y'all
everything
ladies
should be
something?
taken.
Nothing is for free.
It's not. It's not.
Nothing is for free. I don't care how many dinners, how many flowers that he buy you. If this man is doing something for like that for you, it is for a reason.
Right. And I want to, because it goes back to what my dad said.
Uh-huh.
It's not necessarily, and I'm gonna say this word. I hope I can say it, but I'll spell it. The W word. He can get it cheaper getting it out there.
Oh, you can say no. You can say that.
Okay. So when I hear women say that, I look at it as, so are you a whore?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You're doing something in return of. So a lot of men, their position, especially ones that are they are providers. And I'm only speaking because it's a situation that he changed his entire what he was doing. He's a bike rider. You don't want him doing that. He liked to dance. You don't like him doing that. So he's hurting to you.
Everything.
And then it's, oh, you're happy. Oh, yeah, girl. He's here, this, and that, and the other. And all along, he's sitting at the house depressed. That is not freaking cool.
Listen.
It's not. You should make sure, hey, if he like bikes, add some to it.
This is why a female that I love to death, but we can't be together because I know what she needs, and I know I can't be that person to give her what she needs because she needs it every single day, and I'm not that dude to do that. And I had to realize that I can't fulfill her. You know what I'm saying? That bowl will be always half empty,
right?
No matter how much I put into it, because she needs that to be filled every single day. And if you miss it, it becomes a problem in a relationship.
Oh, no,
and that became a problem. That became a problem for me because like, if when you don't do it, there's silence, there's no communication, right? And so it's all on that person's terms. It's not even a negotiation because they're trying to protect their peace. I'm not mad at it, but you can't survive in that world.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's
That's
no oxygen.
World.
It is what it is for people. People need what they need to survive. But people have to understand the oxygen in your room sometimes, it's not enough oxygen in that room for both of y'all.
Just know this. Since we went to the oxygen deal, a house needs oxygen.
Yes.
And if it's just you and you stay in that one room, the rest of your house is going to go down to nothing.
Yeah, but
that's the same with the relationship.
But people, some men and some women can't see that. It's not for them. It's not selfish to them. It's what they need to survive. Like me, I know that I need to do what I'm doing because I wouldn't be happy if I'm not getting my goals accomplished. But
in your case, you're single. If you're talking about in a relationship or a marriage, then it's not about you.
It's
and
about
if everybody, if everybody look at it as I always tell, I was telling this guy, compete and make the other person happy.
Yeah.
And if you compete making the other person
happy, you never miss.
Right.
You never miss.
And it's not all about money.
It's not.
It's not.
If both of y'all are working, money shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't be an issue.
If y'all got that under control.
We're gonna compete.
We talk about all of that time, but like I said, for me, and I'm with you on that, Denise, compete and making each other happy. If you're competing and making each other happy, you can't go wrong.
And I know that you may say that sounds great. It shouldn't be done just to sound a certain way. If you're truly in it, it's not about how it sounds.
And can I say this too before we get out of here? Stop keeping score.
Oh God, yeah.
Please,
yeah.
Stop keeping score in relationships. If the biggest thing that anybody can have is somebody keeping score and bringing up the same stuff over and over in relationships.
It becomes irritating.
Those are relationship killers. If you got to keep score, you're not prepared to be in a relationship.
That's true.
Honestly.
But you have to fix you first.
Right.
Before anything, fix you first.
All right, guys. So hopefully you guys on the Joe Lockett Show today, on the Joe Lockett Network, we hope you guys have understood that list is not important. The most important thing is the man, the woman, what you're bringing to the table, and actually got to put that work into a relationship. It's going to take work. And are you willing to stay in that person? At least wish you the best. I hope you have fun.
You say you wish you the best.
I'll be back Wednesday.
Maybe you'll be back, maybe. Or maybe he may keep you down. We don't know. No, all right, y'all. You guys stay like it. We appreciate you.
Hold up there.
There.
He speaks French.
Ooh. But that means y'all, I love you. I got to see you guys tomorrow.
We're going to see y'all later.
I'm going to go get the 411 on this video. I thought